Good evening, PLW Nation. Monday Night Whiffs playoff action between the number 4 Sandvipers, between the number 5 Snappers. This is a titanical matchup between two Goliath perennial all-star teams are always in it. The Sandvipers are looking for a repeat of what they did last year, which was win a championship. The Snappers have been in every championship we've had the last 3 years. I mean, the Snappers are led by TB7, and the Sandvipers led by Adam Tannick. This is playoff wiffle ball. I'm Trench Pacone, hanging out with my main girl, J-Lo. J-Lo.
What's up, everybody?
How you feeling? We've battled for 18 weeks, diving for balls, seeing records being broken with the home runs and pitching and strikeouts, dugout clearing disputes, everything that you could possibly want in a wiffle ball game. And a wiffle ball season of 18 weeks has boiled down to this. It was 10 teams to start out for the season. Only 5 remain. 2 of them going right here. Somebody's going to have to lose. And who do you think is going to be on top after this one?
This is going to be a really tight series, Trench, I think. We got just talent on both sides. I think there's a slight favor for the Snappers pitching-wise. Mm-hmm. They have a deep bullpen there. And I think it's going to be a slight advantage for the Vipers batting-wise. Either way, anyone could step up on either side and come right up to that. This is going to be a tight series.
Yeah, you can see the Snappers about to do their chant in the middle of the field right there. And you could see
snap.
They are really digging in this time.
They are fired up.
Listen, if you would have told me that the Snappers were going to make the playoffs about 3 months ago or like 2 months ago, they weren't doing so hot. Then they went on a torrid streak, had some conversations with TB7, Taylor Briner, and he was focused. After that, I knew that they were up and coming. They'd probably make the playoffs.
For sure, Trench. I don't want to take all credit, but I did call this back then because I knew Taylor was feeling better. I knew that he could be the difference maker in this team.
Healthy TB7, basically healthy Weber right now, a pitching star in J-Dub through the whole year. Brandon Gregg looking really good on the mound too. Defensive specialist
J-Dub's looking
David
good on the mound.
Harley, Greg Kelly. I mean, those are all
Jesse
guys.
Capps.
Jesse Capps right there. They are all stars, basically. Great team. And then on the other side, you have the Sandvipers led by a red-hot Adam Tannick and crew, Justin Hicks right there. Tom Gannon, Mark Tavano, the RBI leader, rookie, and he has a Rookie of the Year campaign going. I mean, this is going to be such a great matchup.
It is.
Somebody has to lose. Man.
For sure.
We're not going to see one of these teams for the first time deeper in the playoffs. And these guys, I believe the Snappers and the Sandvipers have played every single year so far, the first 3 seasons?
I believe so.
Chad?
Yes.
They have,
Yes.
right? And they've duked it out. Mm-hmm. In season number 1, the Snappers won the championship. Last year, the Sandvipers. And they each have to go through each other those last few times. But I know Taylor Briner probably has a little bit of a sour taste in his mouth. He does not. He's 1-2 in the championship game. Remember, he's a 3-time
Yes, he is. I think
MVP.
The player we're going to have to watch out for if we're the Sandvipers is Taylor Briner. The player that we're going to have to watch out for if we are the Snappers is Tom Gannon.
Yeah.
Kid is unbelievable. So watch out for those 2 players.
How's that lineup looking?
We got a lineup for the Snappers leading off TB7, Taylor Briner. In this 2 spot, Ryan Murph, who has been a beast. 3 spot, J-Dubs, Jonathan Wilson. Batting 4th, Shane Weber, who has been a beast himself on that bat. And we got number 5, Manny Santillanes. And batting in that last spot, Brandon, beautiful hair, Greg.
Yeah, I got Jesse Capps, Greg Kelly, and David Harley Jr. as subs. They're also playing some defense. I want to throw out a couple names on that Snapper side. One of them is going to be Manny Santillanes. Listen, his numbers during the season, probably subpar for what he likes. He's going to have to come alive for the Snappers and really get to Brandon Gregg in the 6th spot, who's dangerous himself, and then roll that lineup over. Remember, Ryan Murphy, the rookie, you could see on second base right there. If he played more games, he'd be right up there for Rookie of the Year. He's been playing lights out, came out slow during the season, as most wiffle ball players that are new to this game do.
For sure.
We got to watch out for those guys, and when we get to the Sandvipers up, we'll talk a little bit more about them. But it looks like we are ready to go as the container is kind of getting lit up with some PLW players. I see J-Rock and Taravella. See Walker, Cuba Dave, Sasai, the owner of the Vaders. Look at those two teams are going to be playing each other tomorrow night. It looks like there's a chair in between them to maybe calm some nerves. And here's Justin Hicks, an absolute animal.
Here we go.
Taylor Briner. Looks like a strike right there. I want to thank all our viewers tuning in early on this one. You know, a lot of PLW Nation is locked in, seeing who's going to advance.
Do we have Pocket Radar up?
Can we get Pocket Radar on the graphics? Left side to Greg Kelly, going to make the first throw of the day and does in time for out number 1. And that's a big first out when you could get Justin Hicks out with a rollover to the third base side. And now Adam Tanik going to be batting for the Sandvipers. He's been really doing some work in the box, been more patient of late. This is a good matchup. Goes right back to Briner. Briner almost slips with his little Alpinist shoes right there. He needs some AstroTurf shoes, I think.
Maybe.
What's going
Maybe
on with
just
the
feeling
graphics
a little
right
bit
there?
of nerves, you know, first play to make in the field. Big time series.
Quick 2 out by TB7 as I'm not liking that screen right there. We're having a little technical difficulty for 1 second as our stream team is going to fix that. Sorry about that. And immediately Tom Gannon is going down there to fix it as he is a little bit of a wizard. And TB7 almost gets there. It's going to be a 2-2 count.
There are 2 outs as well, guys. I know it says 1 there.
Right back to TB7. He should make an easy play here. Multiple camera angles. You're going to be able to watch the games from 5 and 6 different cameras. We have a new camera installed that GK did. It's on a rotating thing that you could press a button and it goes to certain areas on the field. Absolutely incredible.
You're so technical when you talk, Trent.
Obviously, I'm with my main girl, J-Lo, and that is a sight to see in itself. If you're on TikTok, you don't get any of that. As we're going to see Adam Tanik on the mound right now. Listen, on the mound, it looks like he's been doing a little bit better against. Remember, the last 3 weeks that they played the 3 worst teams.
Arguably some easier teams.
Sure. So it might have looked like Tanik was, kind of getting back to his game, but now he's going to have to face one of the better teams in the league, and we're going to really see if that slide piece from the sidearm slot is going to work. He's really got to get up in the count. If he doesn't, he usually goes to that 2-1 semi-cookie, and these guys on the snappers, they could blast.
They're going to snap that right up.
So we're going to see, and you can see the decision by the Vipers and owner Adam Tanik, is he's going to try to go as far as he can and try to get a win early for the Sandvipers. But again, he's going to have to go through 3-time MVP award-winning Taylor Briner. We call him TB7, and they know how big this matchup is. They faced each other a ton of times, and here we go. Immediately goes to that slide piece, 57, ball 1. And he goes turf ball right there, down in the count, and this is when it becomes dangerous for Tanik right here. It goes immediately ball 3. This could easily be a 1-0 game if he throws a cookie. And it does touch. Good pitch. TB7 not too worried about that, as Tanek's going to probably have to throw a similar pitch right here, as he doesn't want to get an early walk. And that's going to be 1-0 Briner, the three-time MVP.
Just like that.
Yeah, and that was predictable right there, as that pitch has to come in as a strike. He doesn't want to walk a solo shot. Those things do happen, but the Snappers and TB7 immediately take a 1-0 lead, and they are looking lively. And if you're the Sandvipers, it's a little bit deflating when you get out there and give up a home run.
Absolutely. And I do think as tight as this series is and as many powerhouses that we have on both sides, it's going to come down to the mental game.
I really think there's going to be a mercy rule going on in this series. The wind is blowing out. You watched in batting practice. It's short fly balls. We're going far as Ryan Murphy might get to that wall. No, but that's going to be a single, and now J-Dub is up. Adam Tanek trying to get some pitches over. Murphy took advantage, but right now he's going to go against a J-Dub who's seen a ton of time, and I think Tanek knows how to work the count against Jonathan Wilson. Sorry, guys. J-Dub with the garden glove. Tanek goes outside. Remember, anything inside. J-Dub's he's an all-star softball player. So a lot of things he likes to pull, but now Tanek down in the count, 2-1. I'd still come after him. And that's going to be hot, 3-1. And Tanek's in trouble here.
Guys, if you haven't gotten your bets in already, this might be your last chance before this inning is over. So go ahead and get in your WIFFLE points.
And that's going to be an early walk by Tanek. And not a good start right now for the Sandvipers. The last thing you want is a Tanek start, and then you're down by 3 or 4, and then you have to come in and bring Gannon, which they probably wouldn't. They'd probably go McDowell, as they don't want to use Gannon's innings too many if they're down, as Shane Weber up to bat now. And that's going to be a ball in third, 4 straight.
What's up, Glider?
All the regulars.
Good to see you up in the chat. Sansone, that was a bomb solo shot by TB7.
Goku, we see you. New in the chat. Welcome to PLW Nation. Tanek up in the count. Watch for a 12-6. No, we go side piece outside. 2-2. It's going to be tricky right here, because we already have 260 viewers in this bottom of the first. And now he goes down 3-2, full count. Tough situation for Tanek early. A walk here loads the bases, and he'd walk out, or he's going to have to throw something hittable. And he walks out.
And a huge walk
and that's going to load the bases with no outs. I think they're going to have to go to McDowell right here. As immediately, if they go to Tom, he's going to have to come in and use some innings. But he's the best person to get out of a jam.
But also remember, Trench, tonight is going to be a best 2 out of 3 series. If for somehow one of these teams wins the first 2 games, they win.
Yeah. So they're going to go to Tom Gannon immediately.
I think
this
that's
is
the play.
A big spot right here. Tanek with a good call to bring in Gannon to try to shut them down. If they could get out of this inning with only giving up 1 run, even if they gave up 2 runs, oh my God, what a huge win for the Sandvipers that would be, as they are going to go up to bat, and they're a powerhouse team as well.
Absolutely.
They could score 10 on you in a jiffy.
Real fast.
But not the start you wanted as if you're a Sandviper fan. No outs here in the top of the first. And, Gannon, he's going to have to be a little bit more timid on the mound this first at bat. Remember, you don't want to walk, then you walk somebody in. Mm-hmm. And that would be a huge walk. If Tanek walks anybody in this first inning, it's going to be a run and a huge first inning walk. So he has to be a lot more timid going in. Absolutely. As you only have Kenny McDowell after that.
Also, take note that Tom Gannon has pitched 36 innings versus the Snapper team.
Wow.
In his career, and his ERA is 3.14.
Ryan Murphy is in a tag-up situation. Manny Santillanes, I talked about him earlier. Watch out for a right side poke off a curveball. Immediately, Gannon comes in 54 and just calms that Snapper bench as a difficult situation. 0-2 versus Manny. He's got to look for that pitch, I think, early. kind of goes to his go-to screw drop right there. 1 and 2. Watch for something inside and high and tight. And that's going to score 2 runs. If it gets to the wall, it'd be 3, but no. And the Snappers up 3-0 against the Sandvipers early, as that's going to bring up Brandon Gregg, I believe, right now with no outs. Runners on first and second. J-Lo, the wheels kind of coming off early for the Sandvipers.
A little bit. Snappers got a nice rally going here.
Yeah, if you're the Sandvipers, you were hoping that Gannon could maybe get out of here with not too much damage. But not a bad play either, because if it's ultimate damage, you could just pull Gannon after 2 or 3 or something like that and put in McDowell. And that's going to be a base hit and get past,
wow.
And that's going to score a run. And right now, the Snappers are putting it to the Sandvipers as TB7 is up to bat against Tom Gannon.
Back up to the top of the order.
No outs still. You can hear J-Dub saying, we're not done yet, and that wind's picking up. Anything in the air might go. Good pitch by Gannon right there to freeze TB7. Rob Smith in the chat's asking how you're doing, J-Lo.
Oh, I'm great. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
And that person's way better now that you're in the booth. Gannon comes at 62. That's not going to fool TB7 right there. Gannon really needs a rollover and try to turn 2 right here. Instead, a long fly ball, and that's going to be a home run, and that's a 3-run shot.
Basically the same home run he hit last time.
Yeah, and that's going to put some hurt on the Sandvipers early. This is all with no outs.
For those of you in the chat who have not watched previous seasons of PLW, let us introduce you to Taylor Briner.
Listen, if he would have not broken his hand the first 3 months of the season or 2 or whatever it was, that dude might have gone quadruple MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And it is 7-0, I believe, Snappers, and they just need to keep pouring it on. As you know, the Sandvipers are ridiculously good in the offensive category. But no outs here. It's going to be very interesting what happens in the top of the second if the Vipers can't score any in the next second, or third inning. They might have to pull Gannon not to use his innings in game 1 if they're getting destroyed. Here's Murphy, 2-1. That's such a nice pitch.
You gotta play this wind into being a huge factor tonight. Curious to see if it dies down, but right now, it's affecting pitches, it's affecting balls getting hit out.
Gets him in the back now, a full count, and this is when it's going to get difficult for Gannon. 3-2, he usually lays a nice little curveball cookie. He's got to be careful right here. And that's going to be a humongous walk for Tom Gannon right here. And this is as bad as it could get.
Feels like the seams have come undone for the Vipers early in this game.
Yeah, they really need to buckle down right here. They know they have the offense. This is a long, long game. But if Gannon walks out, then they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Good pitch by Gannon right there. Gets J-Dub swinging. It is so early in this game, though, J-Lo. People think it's over, whatnot. But let me tell you, the Sandvipers, you cannot count them out at all as Gannon gets out number 1, and that was huge. They cannot score anymore.
The Vipers can put up runs in a hurry, so.
I mean, next inning, if it's 7-0, it could be 7-5. And all of a sudden it's a game. But right now it feels like it's all Snappers as it is. Weber kind of indecisive with that swing. Didn't know if it was going to be 55, 56, missed the pipe. And Gannon's starting to deal just a tiny bit. Listen, Gannon might not give up another run the whole game. You know
Possibly.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So you could hear the Sandvipers saying, let's settle down. We're right in this game. And here's Manny. got some RBI action his last at bat. All coming in the first inning. And he's starting to work the outside corners and whatnot. And just like that, he could strike out 3 in a row. And it looks like he might have went right there. And that's going to do it. Manny goes down on strikes. But the Snappers do score 7. Big inning for the Snappers as TB7 is going to go back on the mound here. And this is an enormous inning, and here's why, J-Lo. If the Snappers could go out there and hold the Sandvipers to like nothing or 1 and come right back in and do some damage, man, that'd be a great inning for the Snappers. Of course, the Sandvipers are going to try their hardest to put a couple. And you don't have to get all of them right now. 1 or 2 wouldn't be too bad.
Sure. You got to tick back at it somehow.
I mean, once Gannon's on the mound and he's dealing, it's a different feel. Like I said, he might not give up another run this whole game.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned it before, though, Trench, and the mental aspect of this game is enormous. So Snappers are going to ride this high, and we'll see if the Vipers can accept the challenge and dig themselves out of this hole.
Want to thank all our 330 viewers here. It's only the top of the second. TikTok, get on over. You're watching from one little phone. We have 6 cameras. One's a robo camera that you have a joystick. It's unbelievable. We just had that installed for the playoffs. Man, we have a great production. Get over on twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. And, of course, you could see us in the commentating booth. You could bet wiffle ball points. A lot of fun there. Redeem merchandise. You could get a J-Lo bobblehead on your mantle or in your bathroom, wherever you want to put it. I wonder where I'd put your bobblehead.
I don't know. Where would you put it? You know. Don't act like you don't know.
Here's Tom Gannon.
Guys in the chat asking how I am. Thank you so much for your concern.
Remember, Tom Gannon does have a walk, though.
He does.
And that was big.
Yes.
1-1 count. And that goes 57, top bar. Now, if I'm TB7, if I get down in the count, a 1-run solo shot is not that big of a deal. You just definitely don't want to walk out. Mm-hmm. That's going to be gone. No, It doesn't go. I thought the wind.
Tom knew right away. You can tell. Once it left his bat, he knew it wasn't out.
Look at that. Ducard's got my wiffle ball, my signed wiffle ball, on display in his office. I love it.
You're so loved, Trench.
Here is Kenny McDowell, who might see a little bit of pitching time this game. Number 1, as he's looking at a screwball at 54 come in. He's had a good rookie season campaign, puts up a lot of numbers. Pitched fairly well for a rookie.
Daniel, I don't know if a lady's supposed to answer her age. Is that appropriate?
And
I don't
gets
care.
McDowell swinging and missing.
I'll let you guys guess. How about that?
And another rookie, Jordan Keegan, the lefty. I saw him hitting some balls in BP. He's got a lot of power. I feel like maybe his little Achilles heel might be on those real low ones that he likes to reach out to. So let's see if TB7 works that. Said he goes 55 down the pipe.
Double nickels.
Dog God, we see you first time in the chat. Welcome to PLW Nation. You're locked in. And there's one low, and Keegan goes down. 1, 2, 3 inning.
Just like that.
And that's exactly what
1,
you
2,
need
3. From
the Snappers. 6 straight outs. Nothing going for the Sandvipers yet. Snappers are going to try to go in and add to that 7-0 lead. I want to, our top of the, what do we got? Bottom 2? You know what? Bottom of the second is brought to you by...
I like it.
Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family.
You do.
Make sure you reach out to Leilani via Instagram. Look at that smile.
She's so
Look at those eyebrows on point. Ear to ear, that smile. She's just happy to be the realtor, official realtor. I think she has a PLW tattoo on her body.
Also,
I've never seen it. It's never been displayed, but there are rumors that there is one somewhere on Leilani.
Also, she's very cool. Way, way cooler than Nick.
Oh, dude. Here's Brandon Gregg. First time chat. Yad. What's going on? Here's Tom Gannon. Right back to Tom. Should be an easy out. Goes full metal. Jacket right there, 80 Mile back into the backstop.
Angry Tom throw. Did you see the fire in his eye?
Here is TB7. Last time his bat touched a wiffle ball, it was a 3-run shot dead center. Ooh. Had a good pitch to swing right there. Tom threw that little pop ball, and TB7 waited on that, but it's going to be going down 0-2. This should be an easy play for Dean, but it goes off TB's foot right there. Count's going to remain 0-2.
And the wind is really picked up right now.
Look at that. Fuzzy Bean saying my biggest crowd's when PLW's on the big screen.
I love it.
Hit me up. We'll get you some stuff. And TB7 goes down 60-mile-an-hour curveball. I mean, that dude's a baller, so 60 and 55 are about the same to him.
And Gannon is heating up.
Struck out what? The 3 of the last 4, 4 of the last 5?
Mm-hmm.
It's what he does. He just got kind of caught up in that first inning muck. Ball on the outside. Ball 1. And we're just going to keep. Look at Michael Slagger coming on over. Ball 2. Welcome to PLW Nation. A lot of people interested in our product here as it's the best, probably in the world, in the Wiffleverse. Oh, he's in trouble. Gannon goes down 3-1 right here. If I'm Murphy, I'm probably going to take, I'd rather the walkout than the base hit or home run, I think. And that's going to be ball 4. Gannon is done. They're going to have to bring in McDowell now.
Wow.
And that is spelling trouble for the Sandvipers as they are in complete collapse mode. As now McDowell, who's not, he's more of a tier 2 pitcher, is going to have to come in, and the Vipers are in trouble.
Well, he could they could bring in Scotty Burley.
Yeah, they could go Burley.
He's an option as well.
And it looks like they might go Burley right here with 2 outs. I kind of like this move a little bit more, kind of trusting on Burley, see if they could get this last out. And then if you want to, maybe use McDowell if you want. But, man, Tom Gannon gave up a couple right there and 2 walks in an inning of work.
The Sandvipers are in rough shape this game.
The only thing that, there's always positive when there's negative, right? Didn't Einstein say every reaction has an equal or whatever?
Something like that, Trench.
If Gannon, well, obviously Gannon can't use any more innings.
Right.
So whoever starts game number 2, which will probably be Tom Gannon.
It'll probably be Tom Gannon.
He has all his innings to work with, and the Snappers are going to have their hands full with that.
For sure.
If he does walk out in that game early, then watch out for the Snappers to take advantage of either Tannick or McDowell. But they really got to get this last out right now. Burley, he throws strikes, and he could be kind of nasty. Another tier 2 pitcher that the Vipers picked up in a midseason trade. I like Burley a lot. Just a cool dude as well.
Yes, Hito. That's Kyle Lohman out there in center field. He's going to be doing some sideline reporting tonight.
Looks like Buck Benna, Mr. Jerky Boy, comes in.
Oh, they're not doing it now? All right.
They don't have the headset. And Wilson swings at a bad one.
Well, it was working just fine.
To go down 0-2 as we're approaching 400 viewers. And J-Dub goes down on 2 consecutive strikes out. What a move by the Vipers to bring in Burley right there. And Wilson kind of got roughed up during that about 7-0. Listen, if this was a chessboard right now, there'd be a couple, of those little horse pieces gone from the Sandvipers. Maybe that little castle and diagonal piece would be missing as well. And the Snappers basically would have their whole board still to work with. And the hourglass is getting shorter for the Sandvipers. But you can never count the Sandvipers out. Like we've said before, they could tie this game up in 1 inning. But with TB7 on the mound, they got a lot of arms too, a very ridiculous defense, and the wind's blowing out. So anything can happen. But the bad news is the Vipers now only have tier 2 pitching between Burley and McDowell. Each one of those guys can throw strikes and maybe do some work.
And Trench, Chat Police
What about him?
is saying, let's get rid of the Vipers quickly. You trade Trench, you did what? Tisk tisk. Penalized by the Wiffle gods.
Yeah, they didn't like that at all. But we're going to see. You can never. It's only game number 1. And
Right,
like you said, but it's not a 3-game
correct.
series.
So it's best 2 out of 3. If the Snappers take the first 2.
Game's over. Here's Justin Hicks. And Duckart saying, you have such a natural beauty. And let me tell you, Duck, it's
really?
more natural the closer you get. Here's Hicks. Good pitch by Briner right there as Hicks can't get anything going.
Hammer, I'm betting that Trench cannot name all the
Ducart.
chess pieces.
Okay.
What, you accepting the challenge?
Wait, what is it?
Can you name all the pieces on a
No,
chessboard?
absolutely not.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's okay, Trench.
There's one that I know that takes after you.
The Queen?
That's right. Pop up to Ryan Murphy. You're the queen. What would I be? I'm not the king.
No?
I think I'm one of those little pawns. They're like out there fighting first like the Marines, right? Here's Adam Tannick up to bat.
It.
He needs to get the Sandvipers going. Remember, one good hit could spark something. Gets a little quiet every time TB7 faces Tannick as he goes outside. Yeah, I'd probably be a pawn. You know, I'm the first one in. You know, I got the flag going. I'm telling my troops to come with me. I'm ready.
Okay.
That's a nasty pitch, but comes in at 56. And again, if I'm TB7, I do not want to walk out of this game. I want to tell myself how many innings I'm going to pitch. Is there a big enough lead I could pull myself? I'd rather Tannick hit a solo job than walk out and pop up right there to the backstop, 2-2. See what kind of pitch Briner drums up right here. Goes low and inside, 2-2. This is a big pitch right here, J-Lo. Watch out for it to be 7-1. And misses badly, and Tannick takes a walk. And that's what your leader of your team needs to do. Show some patience. Get on first base. And Mark Tavano, I think he hit 27 home runs. He led the league in RBIs. One out here. Let's see if they could get some stuff rolling. Flare to the right side. Foul. I have a feeling if Tannick would have played a full season, he'd be right up there in that MVP of voting, as he could week in, week out, he could put up some ridiculous numbers.
Tannick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's focused.
You could say the same about Tavano.
Of course.
He has been on fire.
This should be a double play. GK to Ryan Murphy. He's going to have to make a throw to the middle backstop, and he does
And
double.
he makes it.
Play ball, and what a rally little killer right there for the Snappers. GK to Ryan Murphy. Murphy to the middle of the backstop in under 5 seconds. Gets out of there. And all of a sudden, the Snappers are looking good as they're going to have to face Burley one more time, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Snappers add on right here. And if you're Taylor Briner, you know, say you leave this inning 7-0, okay, but say it's like 10 or 11-0. Do you just pitch one more inning out of Briner and then maybe bring in like a Brandon Gregg or something to go 5-6, or do you not even risk it and you stay with Briner? Find your words.
With the different setup for tonight and the way the series is going to play out, I would just stick with Briner.
Stick with Briner?
Yeah.
Okay.
One win is so huge.
Enormous.
Yeah.
You're halfway there for
Right.
Shane Weber.
And as we said a couple of times,
This should be an easy play for Dean.
how
Weber
quickly
knows.
the Vipers can put up runs.
You're
You don't
right.
want to give them any chance to do that.
I agree with you. Vipers are never out of this. Manny Santillanes up to bat. Like I said pre-broadcast, watch your guy right here. A lot of good things need to happen here for the Snappers to do good as he swings on a real bad screwball inside 0-2. Approaching 400 viewers early, J-Lo. I think we're going to crack 600 tonight. Yeah, I think the Snappers got a little antsy with some new pitchers here. They just need to sit back. I don't think you're going to get burned by Burley. Now it's 2-2. And I'd probably, if I was the Snappers, I'd probably make Burley pitch. I don't know if he's going to hit 2 strikes in a row a lot of the time. And that's going to go right back at him. A lot of spin on that. Goes back to him again. A double touch by Burley. Great piece of pitching. Even better defense by Burl as Brandon Gregg. And this is exactly what the Sandvipers needed out of Scotty Burley. Giving up nothing. Who would have thought that so far Burley, the best pitcher on the Sandvipers so far?
I know.
And this is a flare. Should go to Tavano. He can't get there. He's going to try to make the play, though. That's a base hit as it does go past the line. I'm surprised Tavano didn't make a play on that. It looks like he kind of waited for it. It's almost like it can't be an error, but need a little bit more of an effort right there. As now it rolls over, and I'm thinking that if Burley throws strikes, it's going to be 9-0 Snappers. Got to get that out right there if you're Tavano. It's not going to have enough.
High.
Barely misses that. He got jammed up just a tiny bit, and that's a great out for Scott Burley. He's thrown 2 shutout innings. And here's TB7. Barely got under that one. Almost carried. But Snappers up 7-0 as we go into the top of the 4th. They got 9 outs to work with to try to catch up to these Snappers, and TB7's kind of dealing. And that's a dangerous thing for the Sandvipers to face.
I still say, Trench, the Sandvipers are in trouble this game.
Yeah, they're in trouble, but, man, you just can never count them out because a walk here, a single here, then a 3-run bomb, and then a hit and a bomb. And that's like kind of what they do. And then it's 7-5, and all of a sudden for the Snappers, energy changes, things get jittery, and that means 5 runs went on TB7, which means they're seeing them well. So... Right. There might be a scenario where that comes into play, but if TB7 just keeps doing what he's doing, then it's not, of course. 412 viewers.
Thank you, everybody.
I got to tell you, I would tune in immediately if I knew you were commentating.
You would?
Yeah. You have expert commentating. A very vivacious personality, a voluptuous smile. Here's Tom Gannon.
That's all very nice, Trench.
Anything that starts with V.
Okay. V for Vendetta.
Mm-hmm. What was her name in it?
Evie.
Evie. Once you count.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's great. And that's going to be a strikeout. Maybe one night we could wiffle ball and chill. And then watch V for Vendetta.
Well, we got to watch it on November 4th.
Okay. That's the day.
Oh, the 5th, actually.
November 5th. Here's Kenny McDowell. He's going to look at a 53-mile-an-hour screwball. And TB7's making it look easy as McDowell goes down 0-2. Gannon struck out.
No, I got that.
And that's 2 in a row for TB7. He's really working it as Jordan Keegan.
Just like that.
Now up to bat with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And nothing going for the Sandvipers yet as far as offense. I don't know if they've gotten a clean hit. Just a walk. That comes 56. Got bailed out by a mile an hour right there as the count's going to be 1-1. Remember the 5th of November. That's the Dragon Lady, everyone. She's gifted over 1,000 subscriptions. As Keegan, swing and a miss, count's going to be 1-2. What do you got there? Again, 56.
Water.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Do you like my pink cup?
Your pink what?
Cup.
Yeah. And he strikes out the side right there.
3 Ks.
Not an easy task to do against some of these Sandvipers.
No, sir.
If the Snappers score 3, the game would be over. And they're definitely going to be looking into that. that would be a big win for the Snappers, as they would only utilize 4 innings from Briner, which means
Right.
he'd have 5 left.
For sure.
And the win. So the Snappers are thinking, let's walk it off right here and then go into game number 2 up 1-0. You know,
Huge.
Briner's got 5 left. How you feeling? Good?
Good.
This is your first playoff action.
Yeah.
Nervous?
Great. No, I'm not nervous at all.
That's what I love about you. You come in, you're focused, head on your shoulders. It doesn't matter how big the series is, what position we are in the season or playoffs. You just come in prepared, and that's what I like to see.
Thanks, Trench. I do have a clipboard here,
You do. I see it.
keeping the box score.
And here we go. Ryan Murphy against Burley right here. And all of a sudden, Burley is kind of dealing. Remember, he has 2 shutout innings. This is the 3rd time he's going to be facing them. Let's see if the Snappers...
Try Hard Noob wants to know how many subs to push you out of the booth.
I don't know if you could buy me out from J-Lo. We're like one of the best duos.
The limit
Like,
does not exist.
we're like Laverne and Shirley. We're like what
Yeah.
are some
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah,
Who else we got?
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and No,
No,
that's wrong. That's not right, right?
I don't know. Aren't they like hanging out?
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Oh, they're
They're
not
fighting
buddies.
the whole time.
Rose and Jack on the Titanic.
Nah, too romantic.
You're right. It wasn't romantic for Jack at the end, though. I'll tell you that.
He could have easily fit up on that board.
I mean, that's a long-lasting question. I think they purposely did that, J-Dub, up to bat, to give you that they wanted a hot topic to talk about after the movie.
All right, we got a current poll going, you guys. TV7 no hitter.
Yeah, he only has a walk so
Yes,
far.
no, or shh, don't say anything. I think you're not supposed to say anything.
Well, they know that. They know if you are at home.
It's true.
Here's Shane Weber, and this is going to be a good
Ooh,
inning
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
coming in.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Or Malone and Stockton.
Yeah. That's probably the
The
best
mailman.
one. Yeah. Always deliver.
Karl Malone says that Karl Malone is the best basketball player ever. Because Karl Malone said so.
Weber down 0-2. Now 1-2.
Maverick and Goose. Yes, I am Trench's Goose.
If I'm the Snappers, I got to be patient right here. I feel like they're swinging at a lot of balls, which they weren't swinging at. It's almost like they're licking their chops, but no contact. Now it's going to go to 3-2.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think you can get a little overzealous, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like that, Shane says, oh, yeah? I see you, Trench, and I raise.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little check raise. Here's Manny. It's going to be a foul ball. 0-2 count to Manny.
Dragon Lady. I don't know, is it? Maybe
is
it's
it?
like the angle. She said the sky cam is making everyone look about 3 feet tall.
Yeah, Manny's got to be careful on those inside pitches. That was way inside. And listen, other than that, what was it, a 7-inning first inning or 7-run first inning by the Snappers?
Everything happened in the first inning, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Since then, both
Yeah.
these teams haven't done anything. So if I'm the Sandvipers right now, I'm kind of stoked to see that, after just kind of a
100%.
anomaly inning, that the Snappers can't get anything going. So that's got to be some positive talk coming out of the Sandviper dugout.
For sure. Because you could just easily talk yourself into, well, they had one good inning. That's it.
Right. They had one good inning and beat us.
Right.
This game is definitely not going to end 7-0. So this,
Wow.
I mean, it could.
It's looking like it could, Trench.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Wiffle ball gods kind of don't like those 7 or 8-0 games. They like to make them close for our fans at home, especially to give a little bit of a sweat on any kind of wiffle bet. But here's Justin Hicks. And he hasn't done anything. Remember, the Sandviper team noted to, turn that lineup over a lot. And Hicks, one of the better hitters in the league. On base almost half the time. Long shot to Brandon Gregg for an out. Good piece of hitting by Hicks, but Gregg, right? Look how middle they're playing. Justin Hicks right there. He's going to have to hit it to the wings to get that one as Adam Tanek now jumps in the box.
Yeah, that
last
was
time.
Right at Brandon.
He took a walk trying to get his team jazzed up. And this time TB7's going to have to go after him. And again, goes outside. Same pitch as last time. I think the poll should be, is he going to give up a home run or not? And another runner right to TB7. Easy out for the Snappers. And when you get Hicks and Tanek out in a row like that, it is such a just disheartening feeling if you're the Sandvipers. Mm-hmm. You're expecting one of those guys to at least get on to give Mark Tavano.
Exactly, to get something.
I mean, Tavano leads the league as a rookie with RBIs because Hicks and Tanek are always on base. And he's just a great hitter. I'm sure Hartley is watching his daughter. They built a little scooter bike last week. And again, if TB7 could get out of this inning, if I'm the snapper, if I'm him, I'm telling our snappers, let's win it in the fifth. Save me that inning. Mm-hmm. You never know when you're going to need it. It is so important to have an ace with innings behind him, as you only get 9 innings in a series.
Mm-hmm. And any portion of an inning counts as a full inning.
Right. You come in for 1 out, you have a full inning. Mm-hmm. Two count. Good battle between Tavano and TB7 right here. Watch for something high and tight. Comes in at 56. 2-2 counts there still, J-Lo. This is going to be the pitch right here. Way outside. And again, if you're Briner, do you want to give up the solo home run, or do you want to, or possibly a hit, or walk out? And I tell you, you don't want to change the energy of the game. Here we go. And that should be an out.
It's going to be high.
An unbelievable catch by Ryan Murphy.
A catch by Murph.
He was looking back, thinking that maybe one of his defenders were going to come. And look at this catch,
that
one-handed.
Was a tough ball to grab.
That is going to be a gem. And as GK would say,
you can hang a star on that one.
That might have been the play of the game right there. Holy cow, and incredible. Look at him look back.
Unbelievable.
Saw that his defenders weren't coming. It looked kind of like...
I thought for sure he wasn't going to get it with the way that the sun was hitting. And that side of the field at this time of day is really tough to see.
Yeah, normally, I think Hartley Jr. might have not been able to see that ball too well because he's got wheels. Mm-hmm. And I think he's running in on that most of the time. But Ryan Murphy really made a play on that. Incredible.
That was sick.
Incredible. If you're watching at home, that play is 10 times harder when you're watching it live than on a replay. As the Snappers are looking to close game number 1 out.
I didn't know Murph could move like that.
When he looked back at the defender, I thought he lost his momentum, and that was going to be it.
Yeah.
As Burley's going to take the mound against Brandon Gregg, it's going to go 6-1-2 in the lineup. And they really want to put it to these guys. Save that inning for TB7. And I think, like I said, I think the Snappers are going to be real patient right here. Or not. But that was a 58-mile-an-hour job. It could have been easily 2-1 right there, as we do start with a strike here at Premier League Wiffle. Easy play for Hicks as he makes a throw dead center for out number 1 as Taylor Briner up to bat right now. Up 7-0. Nobody would have had that score for sure.
Definitely not. Reiner started off this game real hot.
I think he struck out the side, didn't he, or something? Oh, man, he barely misses right there.
Just missed that one.
TB7 can't believe it. And look, if I'm a Vipers fan, I might start Scott Burley game number 2.
Yeah.
Here's Ryan Murphy.
Look at the face on Scotty right now.
It's like he wants to be up there. I love it. And I just feel like the Snappers,
Kenny Powers right now.
They're not trying to make this train move. They're trying to hit home runs, and it's really affecting their swings. You could just feel it.
I think you're onto something there, Trench.
And that's a good take by Murph right there. That's a good hit by
That's going
Murphy.
to get through.
I think that might be like the first or second. That might be the first hit allowed by Murph. Burley. I can't remember if somebody got a hit off him.
Go back to see where he came into the game, but I think that you are correct.
Here's J-Dub.
I don't remember what inning he came in. Brandon Gregg had a single in inning 3. So
Ball on the turf. 1-1 count. And J-Dub, that should be an easy play for Tom, and it is. And this is it. The Snappers are 3 outs away from taking game number 1 here at Hideaway Field on a Monday night. This is playoff action between the Snappers and defending champion Sandvipers right now. The Snappers are up 7-0. That's
we know.
a good lead for Taylor Briner. What's up?
You're looking at it, Trench. This is what's up. PLW playoffs.
Bang. PLW Nation
Get
in the
in
house.
on it, guys.
Get
you are
TikTok
going to
over
be
here.
missing this when it's not around soon. So get your fixes in now.
Get me some TikTok viewers, J-Lo.
TikTok. What do we always say? Get on over here to Twitch. Everything is way better over here.
We got a new camera
Lots
tonight.
of cameras. We got a new camera. You get to see people in the booths. You get to interact with the chat.
Zoom-ins, instant replays. You could bet wiffle ball points. You could see that dungeon
You can
cam.
earn wiffle ball
Give me a
points.
dungeon cam shot. They got to clear their little counter and make sure it's clean. And before they do that, there
Come
it is.
on,
It's
boys.
clean now.
Sean, Merciel,
Look, he's
Logan,
a Viper.
Christie.
Remember, Merciel used to be
Night
a
Owls
Viper.
takeover.
There's Logan. Love seeing the dungeon cam. Here we go. TB7 against Gannon. Gannon's the kind of guy that could get a rally going early. Purple Vikings saying PLW Gaming in the dungeon. 1-1 count. Top 6. Gannon reaches for 1 in the ground. Now 1-2. TB7 up in the count. That was a great eye by Gannon. It's going to be 2-2. Dirt Bike, Premier League, Wiffle. What's up? Oh, no. Man, a little hot right there. Gannon fights off 2-2.
Chat police, I am right with you, man.
Now 3-2. And if I'm Briner, I want to win this game in my hands.
Absolutely.
Is it only 2-2? A shot. Greg to Murph. Murph has to make a good throw.
He's got time.
What a play by Greg Kelly to stop that. It caroms off
Great
him.
play.
And for TB7 not to walk out right there. Phenomenal. Greg Kelly, to me, an absolute gold glover. Gets in front of everything as Kenny McDowell is going to be a runner. Is it going to stay fair? No, but TB7 up in the count 0-2.
Big Al, what's up?
See you in the chat.
He's up in the chat.
It's going to be 0-2, and that's going to be a strikeout for TB7. And he is 1 out away from winning game number 1 as Jordan Keegan.
Big Al, I got to say that if the Night Owls do end up going down, at least it's to you, man. Got to respect the Bombers.
TB7 outside, 1-1. One count, top 6. Snappers 1 out away from taking game number 1. That's going to be a strike. Now a 1-2 count. And if I'm TB7, I wouldn't be surprised if he throws one in the turf and outside. And he does.
And he does
and
it.
TB7 just pitched a
hitter
against the
no-hitter,
defending
guys.
champions,
Unbelievable.
Sandvipers. And look at the Sandvipers. They look like they're disheveled right now, as the Snappers are super stoked that they got game number 1, and they are 1 game away from eliminating the Sandvipers in the playoffs. And they're going to keep going, as you're going to probably see Tom Gannon start game number 2. Against who do you think they're going to be pitching? Is it J-Dub? Is it Brandon Gregg? You're going to see Weber? I'd probably go Brandon Gregg, no?
Let's see, Snappers.
Well, we're going to find out who the pitchers are. Don't get your wiffle ball points in yet until we know the pitchers. We'll be back in 15 seconds.
Just a second. Yeah.
Welcome back to Hideaway Field. I'm Trench Pacone, hanging out with my main girl, J-Lo. You just watched the Snappers beat
What's up, everybody?
the Sandvipers in a Taylor Briner pitched a no-hitter against that Sandviper lineup, and man, you could not predict that, as right now I got...
All right, guys, before you get your bets in, we have Tom Gannon starting for the Vipers.
I got Adam Tannick on the mic right now. Hey, listen, game number 1, it looks like you guys were a little jumpy coming out against Taylor Briner. He pitched a no-hitter against you guys. What were you guys lacking right there?
It's obvious. The one base runner we had ended up in a double play. I think, shadows are a little tough, and this first game, and it was kind of troubles. Seeing the ball and against a pitcher like Taylor Briner, who just hits spots, we really struggled. And his breaking ball was working really well. Got a lot of his chase and a lot of strikeouts, and then a lot of just like little, what do you call it? The dreaded dribbler.
Oh, man, the worst.
We had a lot of those going. But we're looking to bounce back here in game 2, it's got to do it. We got Tom Gannon on the mound right now. We're just going to focus, do everything we can to win this game and get to a game 3 and see what happens.
Yeah, there's always a positive that comes out of a negative for me. If there was one, it was to see Scotty Burley basically pitched a gem out there after you and Tom Gannon walked out. What do you think about that performance?
I mean, he did a great job, and he just earned a nickname. We now call him Mad Dog. He went out there with his mean mug and just dominated out there, and that was a big bright spot for us.
Tom Gannon walked out first game, kind of gave up a couple hits. What are you expecting out of him this game?
I expected him to stay in the game a little longer. He did get a couple walks. It wasn't the worst. It was kind of a borderline decision how long we wanted to hang on in that game, being down 7-0. So him walking out was kind of a blessing. We still got 7 innings of him left, and so I expect him to throw strikes, stay in this game, and get us into game 3 and get us fired up here.
All right, man. Good luck to you in game number 2. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thanks.
And there is Adam Tannick, the owner, manager, player of the Sandvipers. And he seems pretty stoked. He's getting his team fired up on the sideline. They really need this one, and they really need Tom Gannon to dice these Snappers up if they want to survive into the next game.
Real fast, 30 seconds.
And I'm with Taylor Briner right now. Taylor Briner, listen, I don't think anybody expected what happened in game number 1. But let me tell you, you guys put up 7 runs the first inning, and from that, it was a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, it felt good. I felt like I had a lot of defense out there today, so I really want to credit those guys. They made some plays for us today, kept us in the game the whole time.
Yeah, that Ryan Murphy one-handed grab. You were on the mound right there. What'd you see?
Oh, it was incredible. Right in no man's land, and he just got out there and got it. Incredible.
Offensively, you put up a couple home runs right there. You were seeing the ball well. What do you expect from your team to do this game number 2?
Honestly, this game, I expect us to do much of the same. Yeah, I expect to see a lot of what we did in the first inning. A lot of hard contact, a lot of swinging at strikes and watching the balls go by and walking people out. So
there he is, TB7, Taylor Briner. Everyone, good luck to you in game number 2. And we'll get back to him a little bit later. Those are 2 powerhouse people that have been, obviously, in PLW since the inception. Tannick, the founder of PLW. And they're just, man, they have a lot of respect for each other. And if I'm the Snappers, got to get this win. You do not want to go to game number 3 against those Vipers.
No, you do not. Really quickly, Trench, going into this game, Tom Gannon on the bump for the Vipers, and for the Snappers, we have Brandon Gregg.
And here we go. I just gave Gannon a thumbs up, and we're going to go Taylor Briner. Tom Gannon in that Cy Young Award race with Billy Santiwan, Jake Purdy, all those guys, the strikeout leaders. A lot of stuff. Papa John, what's going on? I see you guys. It's moving fast. We are focused in on this game. Good pitch by Gannon. 57 as TB7 takes a swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Still impressed by that no-hitter by Taylor Briner, man.
Unbelievable.
And Tom Gannon gets TB7 first out. And we've talked about it before. It's such a good relief.
Rob Smith, if the Snappers take game 2, we do not continue to a game 3. They're going to clinch right there.
I was going to say the first out of the game is so huge.
Do we have predictions up for this game, guys?
Yeah, we got to. Ryan Murphy up to
A couple
bat.
people in the chat are asking.
Listen, the main thing is Tom Gannon has to stay in this game.
Okay, Vipers favored by 1.5 this game. Get your bets in, bet your points.
He's going to go down 2-1. The Snappers want to try to work Gannon early, get him shaken up a little bit with a walk, but Gannon, one of those guys that he could dice him up. Goes down early, 3-1. Like, if I'm Murphy right here, I have to make Tom throw a strike. It's more important than anything. But he always throws a strike, right? And he doesn't, and he gets an early walk, and that is enormous.
Really nice discipline there from Ryan Murphy.
Now Gannon has a walk behind. He only gets one more for the rest of the game, and after that, it's either Tannick, McDowell, or Burley. And the Snappers would look forward to that, even though Burley pitched a gem against the Snappers. But I wouldn't be surprised if he can't do that again as J-Dub walked in the box. J-Dub having a tough time finding a piece right here as he goes down 0-2. That's good news for Tom Gannon, who's just been a workhorse extraordinaire for the Sandvipers.
Try hard noob. I don't know if that's a talent that I would want to have.
What's your talent?
He says he has a knack for betting the losers.
Right.
So he says he bet on the Vipers.
0-2 count still. This is Tom Gannon land right here. When he's up in the count, man, he is strikeout master.
I'm surprised after last game that they put the Vipers down as a favorite this game. Maybe it's because it's a do-or-die situation and they got Gannon on the bump.
And, I mean, the Vipers just got no hit. I mean, that's not going to happen again. They're going to come out explosive this game. Runner on first, Ryan Murphy after a Tom Gannon walk. He's up in the count 1-2. Almost gets J-Dub to swing right there, but 2-2 count, and now a pitch has to come in for Gannon right here, I believe.
Glenn, you just said the same thing. That's funny. Great minds think alike, Glenn.
And that was ball 3, but J-Dub swing and a miss. I think that's his third straight strikeout, and he better find the zone quick or he's not going to have a good series as Shane Weber up to bat with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Snappers leading the series 1-0 best of.
Habs fan, yes, the batters can hear us as we are directly above/behind them.
1 ball as we have 425 viewers. Tell your friends and family and cousins to come on over to Twitch. And that's a home run. Shane Weber 2-0.
Out instantly off that bat. What a bomb.
Listen, that was a high ball, but Shane Weber goes out and reaches it. And remember, this guy is coming off a minuscule tear of the knee cartilage.
You can't give these guys the high cheese because they are just going to scoop it right up trench.
And I think Shane is from Wisconsin, so you give him the high cheese, he's just going to eat that right up.
Oh, yeah.
2-0 early for the Snappers as they are tattooing Tom a little bit early as Manny Santianes up to bat. Manny always comes in like he doesn't know anything about rules or outs or nothing.
He knows. You see that little smirk he gives at the end?
Good eye by Manny right there. 1-1 count. And this is a batter that Tom has to get out. Look at that. Rodu talked to his grandma about this, and she's watching.
I love it. Granny watching PLW.
Yeah, get her locked in, and then maybe we get all the grannies out there.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of PLW hotties, we could have like a little sub thing called PLW grannies.
Ooh.
And that was balled 3, but Manny swing and misses. He could have put a lot of heat on Tom Gannon right there. Good pitch by Tom, and Manny swings at 2 balls. That Tom would have been out of the game right there. Completely different story as Brandon Gregg is going to go into game number 2 with the Sandvipers only down 2. Listen, we're expecting a brawl here. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a rubber match. Expect big things coming out of the Sandvipers offense as they were silenced big time. Other than that Adam Tanek walk, no hits, nothing. Only 1 or 2 hard hits, one to Brandon Gregg in center, I think, by Hicks, and then maybe a shot over to Greg Kelly. Those are the only 2 that I can remember that were hard hit. Other than that, it was, the dreaded dribbler, some pop-ups and whatnot. But I'm expecting a different Sandviper response right here. Don't forget, tomorrow night, an enormous matchup as well. The Legends are going to go visit the Vedas. So we're going to see if my Legends could make a little run right there.
Our very own Trench Pacone is going to be out on the field.
Let's go.
How
listen,
exciting.
The Vaders, they're just the destroyers out there. And every time we play them, we always have a good series. Me and Sasai always have a good laughs and a good handshake after the games and some medicinal to, celebrate our great series
Hey, you know
together.
what? The Legends, you guys are on a streak. Momentum is in your favor. So anything can happen in the playoffs.
Man, I just saw David Harley throw one from the fence to the backstop. If there was ever a tag-up situation, very dangerous. No new pants, man. I got to keep the old ones. And I also, remember, I broke my bracelet that is Lucky Charm. I now have it in a little satchel in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
Well, not currently, but here's Justin Hicks. Satchel? Yeah, satchel. Not the satchel that you're thinking. 1-1 count. Good pitch by Brandon Gregg. Remember, this dude was a pitcher in college. And when you can make the transition from big-time stuff like that onto Hideaway Field, you could be recognized as a tier.
You could be dangerous.
Yeah, you're dangerous. Two count. Yeah, I gotta. Even when I'm commentating, I wear them. And Brandon Gregg down 3-2, and he's really got to find the strike zone right here. And that's one thing that TB7 was not doing, was getting down in the count. You got to be up in the count against these Vipers as they're dangerous. You hit the strike zone, and it's going to go for a ride. Instead, on a 3-2 count, gets Justin Hicks swinging on a ball outside, and you can see Adam Tanek needs to get these Vipers going because they haven't scored in 6 innings, obviously. And if Greg could get out of this, it'd be 7 total, and that's very rare for the Vipers. This is a good matchup for Tanek right here, though. Oh, and that was the pitch for Tanek. He gets under that just barely, and you can see he's upset.
Sean Allen says he misses White Boy Rick. Have you talked to him?
I haven't talked to White Boy Rick. I'll have to talk to Evan Shield about that. They kind of stay in contact. That's Brandon Gregg, 0-2 count. A little plate to work with here now. Should be an easy play by Murph. Takes a couple steps and a throw for out number 2. And that's so far consecutively, obviously since they haven't gotten any hits other than that walk by Tanek, the first 2 batters, Hicks and Tanek, haven't done anything. And that's makes it rough for Mark Tavano, who usually drives them in. But listen, he's a home run hitter, RBI machine. Family watching. And that's going to be a pop-up. And that was also a pitch for Tavano to do some damage right there. He's going to go down 0-2.
Beaver Inspector, I think you like the white pants. I don't think everyone likes them. I think that's in general.
Yeah.
I think that's a split opinion.
Oh, man, Brandon Gregg barely misses right there. The count's going to be 1-2. Right now, the Snappers at +1.5 is getting all the love. Over 500,000 wiffle ball points coming in on the Snappers. 2-2 count. Brandon Gregg really working that outside pipe. Tavano not going for it. This is going to be a big 2-2 pitch coming from Brandon Gregg, as I feel like anything more inside, and Tavano's going to make this a 2-1 game. He goes outside 3 times. Now it's a 3-2 count. You don't want to see a walk right here. As the Sandvipers are deadly, they could tie it up in one swing of the bat. And he throws the same pitch he threw Hicks, and Tavano goes after it swinging. That's great setup.
Here's what I think about the white pants on the Sandvipers trench.
What?
It makes them look a little stuffy. It makes them look like... So the Sandvipers are like the New York Yankees,
Yeah.
but of PLW.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
You could call it professional, or you can call it
Stuffy.
hoity-toity. However you want to look at it.
Tom Gannon on the mound gave up a 2-run shot to Shane Weber his last time on the bump. I'd expect a lot better things from Tom Gannon. Listen, the dude has a YouTube tutorial of his pitches.
Yes. You guys should check it out, actually.
On his tutorial, are any of his pitches home runs with batters in the box? Because that's what he gave up last inning.
Okay, Trench. Okay.
I'm just saying, yeah.
All right, okay.
You know, you got a tutorial out there. You got to show some of the shots that could come off those pitches. Brandon Gregg. This is pitcher versus pitcher right here. And they're two of the nastiest. Gannon, obviously, an ace tier 1 plus. And he does have a walk early, and that's really big.
Mm-hmm. Sansone.
Great layoff by Brandon Gregg right there, and I think Tom thought he was going to go for a 2-1 count. Big pitch coming. Watch out for Brandon Gregg looking at that right side. Instead, Chapa right to Hicks. Easy play. Good contact by Brandon Gregg on a 2-1 pitch right there, but even better out for Tom Gannon as TB7 now up to bat.
Who said that? Bam Bam? No, I didn't say that. What did I?
Who's Bam Bam? Oh, Bam Bam?
Bam Bam in the chat.
Ball 1. This is the matchup of the series right here. Tom Gannon versus TB7. Left side. Dean stops it, throws it, and that's going to be out number 2. And that's what they needed. Good play by Michael Dean right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ryan Murphy now in the box. Is this going to be a low-scoring game, or is it going to be like 9-8?
Hey, I don't know, Trench. This is playoffs. Anything can happen.
You're right. And there's Gannon once again gassing up top.
Tensions are high.
Huge. Pitch coming. 0-2 count. Watch for that screwball. And then he does, and he nicks it. Nasty sauce by Tom Gannon. That's just disgusting. And Murphy,
Backwards K.
he's just doing
Ouch.
what people do after a pitch like that, and that's just walk to the dugout. So we're going to go into the bottom of the second. Sandvipers, 7 innings, no hits still. That's a big deal if you're a Sandviper fan.
Let's talk about before tonight. Coming
Yeah.
into tonight, every time the Snappers and Sandvipers have faced each other.
How many times have they faced each other?
28.
28 times before you mention it. What do you think the record is,
What do you guys
wins
think?
versus losses for the Snappers and the Sandvipers? Remember, I played in a lot of those games as well. What do you think the records are against each other? They've played 28
games, including playoff
Including
games.
playoffs. We'll give you about 30 seconds just to take a guess and see who you think's dominating that head-to-head matchup.
Anyone?
Somebody's guessing 14-14.
That's Brad.
There's a 50-50. There's a 14-14 there. People are trying to add them up. Brad's probably like, oh, well, we play the
Yeah.
15-13, Renejo. We'll just let that pile in for another few snappers. 28, snappers 18-10.
Okay. Oh, okay.
as Tom Gannon going against Brandon Gregg. Takes a strike. 17-11 snappers. This guy doesn't know how to do math. 117-11.
What, the 10 and 3?
Why don't you tell him, J-Lo?
Brad Ogden and Rob Smith? You guys hit it on the head. They are 14 and 14 prior to tonight.
Give me some stats on that. What kind of numbers were these guys putting up going against each other?
TB7, 17 home runs. Adam Tanek, 12. Shane Weber, 11. Tom Gannon, 8. Those are the top. Taylor Briner, 17 home runs
in
28 games facing the Vipers.
So over half the time he hits a home run. Good pitch by Brandon Gregg. I like that. 13, 13, and 2. Some hockey stuff.
We got a poll going, you guys. When will the Vipers finally get a hit? This inning, next inning, the following inning, or
is it going to be
never?
Is it going to be Tom Gannon right here to break out of the slump?
Could be.
Now 3 and 2. If I'm TB7, I think I'm going to shade over to his left just a tiny bit. As if it's a cookie, it's going to be pulled a lot. Long fly ball. David Harley under it for out number 1. And he barely missed that one.
Again, Gannon, he can't seem to get it right tonight. And you could see his frustration.
It's early in the game, just bottom of the second, as Kenny McDowell. And if you're Taylor Briner, you like what you're seeing out of Brandon Gregg, game number 2. No hard hits so far. Kenny McDowell goes to the left side. Jesse Caps right there, and he's usually money, as he always is, for out number 2, as now A.J. Petrovsky, and they're trying to inject a little bit of juice. I think they took out Jordan Keegan.
Was in that spot, and now we got A.J.
A.J., he's been a clutch hitter. Remember, he basically saved the Night Owls' lives with a 3-run shot when he was a Night Owl. He was 0 for 12 on that day and then popped one out. Remember, I think he got Rookie of the Year in Season 1 as he immediately comes alive, and that's what you need. That rolls over the lineup.
Great hit there for AJ.
Yeah, it was a good substitution by the Sandvipers, and they get their first hit. Second hit? Oh, he was Season 2 Rookie of the Year, AJ. And here's Justin Hicks. That was a big hit by AJ. Yeah, I mean, I think he dropped 23 home runs his rookie campaign. Taylor Briner, unbelievable play! Running to his left, a full layout.
There was his Ninja Warrior skills.
Oh my God,
there.
watch the instant replay on this. Wow, runs into the wall head first. It looks like he kissed Leilani right there.
That was insane.
I mean, he gets the out. He gets a little good luck kiss from his girl Leilani, goes back into the dugout, try to add to that lead. And those are little things that you don't see on the box score. That is just an out. Mm-hmm. But to Justin Hicks, that is a devastator, as he saw it real well. And all he could do is shake his head and say, 3-time MVP Taylor Briner, good job.
Great job.
I mean, that would have been a triple that would have scored.
That was a nice piece there by Hicks.
It could have been 2-1 and Hicks on third with Tanek getting up. But now we're going into the top of the third. Snappers up 2-0. As you can see, some Vedas, a Warbird, a 1, some legends up there. They're having a good time. Look at Sasai and Taravella. They'll be squaring off tomorrow night. J-Rock as well. Me, Jason Walker.
Look at this crew up there.
Then you got Buck Burner from the Warbirds on the end, and Austin Bird Bull, who plays for the Ones.
DL Duke said he got his buck jerky. He loves it.
And J-Dub holds right there. Ball 1. J-Dub looking at his bat, thinking that he might have bent it, but he holds true. He's got his garden glove on. 1-1 count. Got to make Gannon pitch right here and try to get into that Tier 2 pitching. Ball number 2, and now if I'm Gannon, probably got to lay into J-Dub just a tiny bit. Watch out for a wicked, wicked slide piece.
Oh.
J-Dub way out ahead tonight. Cannot get the bat around. Count's going to be 2-2. Now ball 3, and if I'm Gannon, I got to lay a 80% cookie in here. Maybe a pop ball. And he swings at ball 4 as he gets bailed out right there. That would have been Gannon's Dunsky night. Instead, they're going to have to keep facing him, as you can hear J-Dub turn 1 bat into 2.
Mm-hmm.
Big strikeout for Gannon right there. That might be a game changer, honestly. One. You don't see Gannon getting a 3-2 counts all that much. So you got to be very cognizant of what's being thrown. 450 viewers now. Way outside, 2-1. Last time Weber got a piece, it was a 2-run shot, and Gannon remembers that. Oh, man, way out in head, Weber.
The scary thing with Tom is not only the amount of different pitches in wiffle ball that he is capable of executing and executing them successfully, is he's very cerebral as a pitcher. Not all pitchers in this league have that. There are a few.
Yeah,
Ryan
I don't like
Chen.
that pitch, though. Sorry. Who else you got? You said a bunch of them.
All good.
That was ball number 4 as well, coming in high and tight. Weber turns on it, though. It's going to remain 3-2. And here at Premier League Wiffle, it is not easy to keep throwing strikes. So sometimes you just got to really focus and buckle down on your strike zone. But Tom Gannon is so nasty. He'll have you swinging at things you normally don't.
Mm-hmm.
Foul!
And that's bailed out by 2 separate pitches. Gannon's night should be over, but instead, he's dealing against Shane Weber right here. Big pitch.
Fights that one off.
Yeah. Wow. Weber. And even Weber said, ball number 7. And his team's nodding and saying, yeah. And now I think he can win this at bat. And that's going to drop for a hit.
Oh.
I guarantee you Weber would have rather had the walk out than that hit.
Sure.
But listen, tension's high, your nerves are acting up a little bit out there. Sometimes you have little brain glitches, as everybody does when they're at bat. You might swing at something funny as Manny Santillanes. And if you're just tuning in, I was telling everyone that Manny is going to be the X factor in this game. And 450 viewers, let's see if...
You did say that, Drench.
He got an RBI single in that game number 1 as Gannon ices him, 1-2 count. I'm telling you, that Weber hit when he could have had a walk right there is just a game changer, man. Oh, nasty sauce. And there's nothing you could do if you're Manny. And all of a sudden,
Look at Tom.
Tom's
He's
smiling.
got this coy face, holding back a smile there. Trying to keep his composure.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's thankful he's in the game right now. Could have had an early night. And now he's going to start dicing people up, making them pay. And if you see the snappers right now, they're swinging at a lot of balls. And that is good news for Tom Gannon and the Sandvipers. Done. He is dealing right now. Watch out for these Sandvipers, man. If Tom's looking like that the rest of the way, forget about it. Right now we go in the top of the 3rd. The Sandvipers still yet to score in 8 consecutive innings.
Unreal.
You'd expect them to pop out at some point in a multi-run way, I believe. I don't think you're going to see just one. I think you're going to see 3 or 4 come out of this team. And what inning is it going to be? Is it going to be with Tanek right here starting the bottom of the 3rd off?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is like do or die, right? This is their season if you're the Sandvipers team. So you got to fight. You can't go down looking. You got to go down swinging because you got to be fighting. You got to be approaching all of these at-bats, intelligently. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's going to, after this inning, there's definitely going to be some runs scored, and here's why. Adam Tanek barely missed on a contact one that if he just was a centimeter up.
Tom has barely missed a couple bombs.
Hicks, a shot to TB7. Or was it Hicks? I forget who it was, but I think it was Hicks last inning. I think TB7 grabbed that at Tarantino's over there.
Yes.
So this is an advantage Adam Tanek right here as he's going to start locking in. Mark my words. Good eye as that one came in at 55 and high.
You know, if I'm Tanek, I might sometimes think my name is Good Eye because people say it to me so much.
And you can see Greg a little nervous with Tanek up there, knowing that the last time he was up to bat.
Adam Tanek is very intimidating on the field.
He's huge. Look at that span, that strike zone span. And 59. If I'm Brandon Gregg, Tanek just wants to probably walk right here, get on base, show his team, give Mark Tavano a chance. And if you're Brandon Gregg, I'm not throwing a cookie. He throws a good 12-6, get me over pitch, wouldn't you say, J-Lo?
Yeah, definitely.
And now it's a full count. Let's see what Brandon Gregg drums up right here. He's probably going to look outside pipe. And he does, in a better eye by Tanek, and he takes a walk. And that's what they needed. Get this train moving. And the only things that have happened.
So just a little teaser, Trench. We are going to be announcing some of the player awards tonight. We're going to be announcing a couple of Gold Glove winners.
Oh, great. Do you know some information?
I do. Well, it looks like we're going to show a graphic after this inning. So with just a little teaser so you guys know what's coming.
Here's Mark Tavano. They call him the RBI King. Great rookie season campaign as he's looking at 54, 12-6 pitch, and Brandon Gregg's got to take advantage of this and get that first out of the inning up 0-2. Approaching 500 viewers. We'll talk to TikTok after this inning. You know what? I'm going to talk to him now. TikTok, get on over to Twitch. You're missing 5-6 different camera angles, commentating booth, dungeon cams, bet on the games, hang out on the Twitch chat. Lots of fun. This is the playoffs of season number 4. To the left side, Greg Kelly. Great play. They get a double play.
In time.
That's another
That's
double play.
Another double play executed.
Greg Kelly.
Watch
the stop.
And won this game. What a great play.
Man, he is good, Greg Kelly. Double plays are enormous in this game. To convert 2 for 2 on double plays so far by Ryan Murphy and Greg Kelly is pretty impressive. That's Tom Gannon, another batter who kind of is barely missing, was only a couple feet away from a solo shot. Good eye by Gannon right there.
Anthony Michael, unfortunately, no. The voting was closed on Friday night. We closed it up at the end of the regular season.
And that's a home run. That is Harley misses. Solo shot by Tom Gannon. He barely missed that as it looks like it just went over the tip of his fingers right there. Oh, man. That would have been sick. And Gannon cuts the lead in half as the Vipers are finally getting pumped up with Kenny McDowell.
Amanda, we will be announcing the winners for all of those categories if you did vote. We'll be announcing them throughout this week. So we won't let you know everything tonight. We'll give you bits of information on it throughout the week. tonight we're going to let you know 3 out of the 6 guys who won Gold Gloves.
Runner to the left side, foul. One-two count. Getting quiet in the box tonight. Is this his breakout game? Goes right side. Ryan Murphy there. Catches the ball. Incredible play for out number 3.
I got to say, Trench, the defense tonight.
Sandvipers finally score one off. That might have been their first hit of the game. Home run by Tom. They almost went 9. They've gone 9 innings, 1 run. That's not going to be enough to do the damage.
AJ had that single.
Oh, AJ did have a single.
That's about it, yeah.
So their first run in the 9th inning of ball play so far. And you can see Greg Kelly and Tavano kind of giving each other some love because Greg Kelly had that good stop for the double play ball as Tom Gannon is going to take the bump right now once again in the top of the 4th. And they really got to get after him right here. I really feel that Shane Weber single kind of turned the tides a little bit because you have to get Gannon out of that game. And he swung at 3 straight balls. Let's see if they can recover from that. And who's up? Is it going to be TB? Looks like TB7 is going to be up first. For the Snappers, we're probably going to see TB7, Murphy, Weber. I believe that's the way that goes.
So I thought they were going to have a graphic.
Or Wilson.
This.
It's going to be Briner, Murphy, Wilson, then Weber. And look at that. Tom Gannon wins a gold glove.
Tommy boy.
Look at that hair. Look at the locks. Ball 1 in the dirt. I mean, he deserves it. I mean, the guy's an absolute animal out there. I think he's only had
like
1
Tom
or 2 hours out there.
He's kind of like our kid.
Yeah. I basically raised him for 2 or 3 years here at the ranch.
Yeah.
I fed him. I bathed him. I gave him his medicine. I would have been ball 2 instead of 1-2 count.
Tuck him in when I'd find him sleeping on the couch.
Yeah. Briner struck out, I believe, his last at bat. Right to Gannon. Easy play as these guys are going toe to toe. 81-mile-an-hour dart for out number 1 as Ryan Murphy is going to be up to bat.
Tom Gannon, you guys. He is one of our Gold Glove winners.
Yeah, if you or a loved
Deservedly
one
so.
can foster this child for a
yes,
adoption
he's available
fee.
For adoption.
Adoption fee of
interested.
$79.99. It will go for food and blankets and possibly like a little cot or something like that, so he doesn't have to sleep on the floor. 1-1 count. And that was a good eye by Murph right there, and Tom a little disappointed he couldn't get a swing on that. And this is a big pitch by Tom. Barely gets the bottom of the strike zone there. 2-2 count.
How are we supposed to communicate this?
I don't know.
Without spoiling it.
Ball number 3, full count.
Okay.
You're on that. Well, how do we know?
I will. I'll do it.
Okay. And that's ball 4, and Tom Gannon is done, and that's exactly what the Sandvipers wanted, or the Snappers wanted, as now they're going to face Adam Tannick in a big, big spot.
All right, fans, we are going to announce another Gold Glove winner for our spring 2022 PLW season. Does anyone in the chat have any guesses? It is a player who is playing tonight.
Oh, they go to Scott Burley. They're not going to go to Tannick.
Ooh.
I like this move. Remember, Burley, I think, pitched 3 shutout innings. I think the Snappers actually like facing this with 1 out, but we're going to have to see. As Tom Gannon, he pitched okay, but those early walks for how well he did in the season, that's going to weigh on him. He only has...
All right, so we got some
he
guesses
has
here.
6 innings.
We got some guesses for the Gold Glove. Hicks, Briner, Caps, Harley, Kelly.
A lot of people think this man right there, Justin Hicks,
All right, Dungeon, let's get it up. Our other Gold Glove winner for 2022 spring season
is
Justin Hicks.
Justin Hicks.
There
An
he is.
absolute madman, throws wiffle balls on a string to the backstop basically all year except for a couple plays here and there. He's just been an all-star caliber defensive guy. Gold Glove winner, Justin
He's been unbelievable.
Hicks. You hear the fans and the players taking off their caps, acknowledging him
Tom
as
Gannon
a player.
also.
And
Yeah.
Tom Gannon
Don't
as
forget
well.
Tom. Don't forget about Tom.
Trust me, Tom is not happy. He would have rather be in the game right now. And a black bumblebee was going after J-Dub because of that garden glove. He does a lot of gardening.
Exactly. He thought there would be flowers around.
Here's Burley. Ball number 1. And look at that mug by Burley. What is J-Dub doing?
Yes, Glider, we announced 2 Gold Gloves already tonight. Tom Gannon and Justin Hicks.
J-Dub has not looked well in the box at all as he breaks his bat
No, he has not.
on a check swing. And he already turned 1 bat into 2 in game number 1 as he went full Bo Jackson on that as Shane Weber now with 2 outs, 1 on. And if I'm the Snappers, I'm thinking this is advantage Snappers. Got to take advantage right here. Ball 1.
Yes, Anthony Michael, we are going to announce one more Gold Glove winner tonight who, yes, correct, is also playing tonight.
Ball 2. Burley ready to go in his windup. That's going to be ball number 3. If I'm Weber, I'm probably just going to take right here and let Burley, unless it's just an absolute gold pitch. And that's going to be a walk, and runners on first and second. Now Manny, who I've mentioned before, is the X factor, I believe, in this game. And you can see Harley talking to Manny, giving him little pointers of what he's seeing.
Well, certainly the energy that Manny brings is pretty critical for
And Manny just
For
gave
this
out that
dugout.
cleansing breath. He knows how big this is. Mm-hmm. That's going to drop. But Tom, Gold Glove winner, bounces off of him on his leg. Incredible
That's
play.
going to be good for an out. Wow, that was he didn't even know where the ball was. Hold on, we're challenging. They're challenging. Snappers are going to challenge
Oh,
that.
they think it might have hit the ground right there.
Yep.
Taylor Briner
think it
saying
went down.
definitively it looked like it went down. Oh, it might have. It looked like it bounced off the ground right there. And even the fans on the container are saying that hit the ground. If it did hit the ground, and the bases are going to be loaded for Brandon Gregg. And this is a huge, huge call as they go into the dungeon right now. And if you're on TikTok, you don't get to see Dungeon Cam where we have all our
Tanner,
gear.
there's going to be 6 total Gold Gloves given out. We're only announcing 3 of the 6 tonight.
Let's watch this replay once again.
I mean, you got to think it had to have touched because the way he rolls over.
Yep. And you could clearly see that the Briners and
I don't
everybody.
know.
But I don't know. Did it go off his leg?
Someone in the chat says 100% bounced.
We'll see. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of.
I mean, let's see what they get down there. We got 4 guys
Oh,
right
Hicks
now
even
looking.
said that it bounced. And you can see Chad going into slow-mo replay right there.
gotta-
It did. I
gotta
think I saw it.
just the science of it. It has to touch or graze the ground at some point, correct?
And a lot of people are saying those white pants. Or maybe that's something that they've planned all year. Bring out the white pants just
and it
in
blends
case.
with the ball. Is that what you're saying?
And here come the Grim Reapers out of the dungeon. Let's see the call that they make. After review of the play.
After review the call in the field stands, it's an out.
It's an out.
Wow.
Taylor Briner not happy. He
Okay.
ripped into Chad. And the
Well-
Gold Glove winner, Tom Gannon. What an incredible play.
None of us are
Yeah.
ground.
It has to be. You have to see something very conclusive that tells you to overturn it, and the call in the field wasn't out.
Look at that sunset in Vegas. But back to that play by Tom Gannon. I thought I saw it hit the ground for a second, but that could have just been his flash of his pants.
Could have been.
That's so huge. Bases loaded, Brandon Gregg up, or next inning only up or down by 1, excuse me, as the Sandvipers. They need to do something now. I mean, right now, what they got, the only pitchers they really have left are Scott Burley and Kenny McDowell. And so far, Burley has not given up a run in like 5 innings.
Chris Coleman says Chad can't read, ? Well, straight out of 6th grade. You learned to read by then.
Yeah, but nothing big, though. Charlotte's Web.
Just basic.
Look at that view. That's James Perez.
James Perez.
He's on the Warbirds. He's running that sky cam right there. He's 12 feet up in the air. He's got a little shade up there as A.J. Petrovsky got the first hit for the Vipers. I mean, if there was an odds maker, he would have been 45-1 to be the first hit of the game for the Sandvipers.
That sounds about right, Trench.
He'd have been a good dark horse. He wasn't even in the game. He got to be substituted in for Jordan Keegan. Gets caught.
Whoop.
It's going to be 1-2 count to A.J. Petrovsky, who is all pull. If I'm David Harley, I'm probably playing a little bit more Tarantino's.
And another rip by AJ.
Listen, sometimes the guys that you least expect it get it going, and that's how you roll over into the top of the lineup. No outs. Hicks, who's been quiet, who's hitting the ball very well, is up to bat right now. And he's the kind of guy that could give the Sandvipers a lead right here.
Silver Fox, I agree. I feel like Tom's pretty stand-up, but I don't think Tom knew whether it did or didn't.
Oh. GK, they're going to go 2 right here.
Oh, my. What is Murph doing?
Murph kind of lackadaisically puts an arm out there, and now
Oh,
the great...
my goodness.
And that's the first bad thing to happen to the Snappers.
You don't want to wake up the Wiffle gods, Trench.
4-2.
And hear that swirl of wind?
It's gonna
That's
be
the Wiffle
4-2.
gods just swirling around right now.
It's 4-2. Just mark that on your box score, 4-2. So instead of 1 out, runner on first, it is now no outs, 2 runners on, and the Snappers are in trouble. Inside and low, ball 1. Yeah, I think Murphy had to be a little bit more on his toes. You know what I'm saying? He didn't seem like he had any action right there. He's flat-footed.
Exactly. I'm sure he's kicking himself right now.
Yeah, you got to make that play. You got to catch it with 2 hands. 2-1. Oh, and it touches a 53 inside. Felt like a good take, but it touches. Now it's 2-2. Big pitch right here.
Kilbrew, it's going to be, yes, the best of 3. So if the Snappers win this game, that's it. It's all over. Sandvipers need this game to continue to game 3.
This is such a huge pitch by Brandon Gregg. Let's see what Tanek could do right here. Advantage, Tanek.
1.
Almost checked up right there. That could have been a broken bat scenario. And it looks like he bent his bat enough that he doesn't want to have a little wiggle bat. Tom Gannon giving him a new thunder stick. Gannon feeling the weight of it. The metrics and measurements have to be right for Tanek. He grabs his bat, does a Fred McGriff windup, and he's ready to go. Full count. Brandon Gregg. And that's going to load the bases.
Katie the Tank, no, they will not play the 3rd game if the Snappers win this game.
Famak Tavano and Brandon Gregg's done, and man, the Snappers are having a bit of a meltdown.
Yes, they are.
And TB7's going to come in and see if
They
he
still
can
have
get...
some innings to use from Taylor. I think this is a good play. This is a tight game. You need someone that's going to come in and shut this down.
Yeah, or the opposite's going to happen. Either shut it down, or they're going to ramp up on TB7, and then he could decide. I mean, remember, he has to go three batters or get out of the inning.
Right. But not having a crystal ball, this is the right play.
Yeah. So this will be the 7th inning for Taylor Briner, he's only got 2 to go. I think they're banking on this game right now because they know if I could get out of this inning, even if we're down 3-2 or 4-3 or 4-2 going against Burley with
it's kind of like, in a
6
basketball
outs to work
game,
to go.
do you want to get to overtime? No, you want to finish it out before you even get to that point.
Yeah.
So.
Step on your base, hit the strike zone for a force and a tag at the plate. Step on your base, hit the middle for a normal double play, run scores.
Oh, man, those Tier 2 wins are starting to pick up, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see Mark Tavano pop a granny right here.
I mean, we're all waiting to see Mark Tavano do something tonight.
His oldest child is
has
here.
not been able to put anything together. So this is a spot that he can do it.
What better time as your family is watching, bases are loaded with a TB7 who's got to hit some strikes. Ball down in the turf. 1-1. God, that's such a disgusting pitch.
Tink.
It starts way outside. The only bad thing about that is if Tavana goes after it, actually Harley's in a good spot to stop that double.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to score 2, no outs. Went left side.
Left side.
Tavano, couple RBIs right there. TB7 not happy on a 1-2 count that Tavano was able to come around on that one as the Vipers now up 3-2, no outs, and they're still about to do some damage. And look at TB7 upset at himself as Tom Gannon, who launched a single.
Had he
solo
not
shot.
moved slightly, the ball might have hit him in the face and he could have made the play.
Yeah, he would have went after it too.
Not that you want to take a ball into the dome, but.
Oh, Tom Gannon barely misses right there. That would have been an Oppo Boppo. Tavano's just been clutch all year, man.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, he's the RBI king.
He really kind of picked it up quickly,
Yeah.
being able to translate the baseball into wiffle ball. And
Ball number 2. Making streams. Subscribes with Prime. Members, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free subscription on Twitch every month. To the left side.
Dirty!
Wow.
wow, that is so unlike Jesse Capps. Are you kidding me?
You could just call this game over with a play like that. Bases juice. Kenny McDowell still no outs. You were hoping to turn 2 right there.
I mean, I said it once Murph missed, he missed that play, that he woke up those wiffle gods.
And immediately the Sandvipers
They
are all
have
over
been
him.
punished since that happened.
And here's A.J. Petrovsky with the Vipers now on top. Errors all over the place for the Snappers. And it's a game of defense. And when you don't have your best D out there, it's going to cost you. But what's the score now? I think it's 5-2, no?
Good.
Is it not 5-2?
4-2 sounds right. Because
Is it?
Tannic came in, right?
Oh, because that was dirty. No out still here, bottom of the 4th. Harley on the move.
And he picks it up.
Man, good play by Harley as Justin Hicks up to bat. Yeah, second error from the infield this inning.
Guys, that is only the first out. And we're going to be back up at the top of the order with Justin Hicks.
Oof, man.
This inning started off with an error.
Oof.
Right? Let me look. Oh, wait, no, AJ started off. Either way, we get the point.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game of just little miscues could have you blow it wide open. Oh, Hicks. This is going to be a tough play by Caps. Whoa,
And he picks it up.
Not an easy play as there's some wins up there for out number 1.
A little bit redeeming himself there.
As Tannic up to bat right now, and he could blow this game wide open with one swing of the bat.
Chad. What's the score?
Yeah,
Okay.
5-2.
Thank you, guys. 5-2.
2 outs here to Tanik. Goes outside and hot. 1-1 count. Good play by Jesse Capps. Wow. Or Greg Kelly, I'm sorry, to hit it over.
And Bryder picks it up and makes the out on his own up there.
Man, he is really playing great defense tonight, Greg Kelly.
Yeah, he is.
Giving
he is
it
leaving
his
it
all.
all out there on the field. I love it.
Listen, 5-2 Sandvipers, but
Huge inning there.
Burley's going to go back out there, and this is basically it, I believe, for the Snappers. They are all in. They know that they need to score a bunch of runs now off of Burley, and if Burley walks out, it's going to be Kenny McDowell or Adam Tanik, one of those two. And I think they know that they got to win this in the next 2 innings. Remember, the Sandvipers are probably not done scoring, so they got to come correct right here.
Definitely. And Trench, this wind has not let up.
How many runs scored off of errors right there? 2 for sure, right?
I think so.
I mean, you could never know, but probably like a 3-2 game right now.
Honestly, I think because of the first error, like it just opened the gates for the rest of it.
Wiffle ball gods win
Right.
once
So just
again.
call it 4 runs. They got 4 runs from 2
Yeah.
errors.
Great series so far. I think the momentum is now in the Sandvipers' favor if this goes into a rubber match because Taylor Briner has 7 innings under his belt. Tom Gannon has how many? Like 6? I think he has like 6. If I'm the Snappers, man, I'm just going to see if
I think
Burley...
you had 2 last game, right? 3.
I got to see if Burley could hit strikes.
Yeah, I think 6 is right.
Ball number 2.
And we got James Stein and All Day Leday in the chat.
And Brandon Gregg to the fence. That's a double good piece of work by Brandon Gregg as it's going to roll the lineup over to TB7 with no outs. And like I said, this is the inning for the Snappers right here.
And we got to pull up, you guys. Are we going to game 3? Yes or no?
A lot of people are
do we
thinking,
think?
yeah. I mean, remember, the Sandvipers up 5-2 here.
As of right now, it looks like yes. But there's still some game left here.
This is some advantage TB7 right here, 2-1 count. Ball 3. He already has a walk. A walk here would put 2 runners on. No outs with Ryan Murphy up to bat. And that's going to do it. Ball number 4. And he's done. They're probably going to go to Tanik right here. Nope, they're going to go to McDowell. And McDowell's been spotty a little bit this year.
For sure.
But he does get the job done.
He's had signs of beauty. So
we're going to see
we'll
what
see
the
what he
rookie,
brings tonight.
Kenny McDowell, could do in such a big spot. And like we said before, this is snapper time. They have to get it done this inning after Kenny McDowell. They only have
when you
Adam
say Kenny
Tanik.
McDowell, I'm like, who? Because that's Steve the Pirate.
What a good back. Oh, no, Kirby Bucket. Basically, his brains just fell out. And Michael Dean doing a little Doogie Howser action to repair that guy.
I'm curious at what point for the Snappers that they'll use Jonathan Wilson pitching.
Listen, they're hoping they get up in this game 7-5, 8-5, and then they just run out with TB7.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Stein, $130 to come down when you. That's nothing. We'll put it. We'll make a GoFundMe. We'll get you here every time.
Looks like some more viewers all over that container. There's
Jason Walker,
Cuba Dave,
Buck Burner,
Buck Bennett. Here's Ryan Murphy.
Taravella.
He's going to have to make up for that error that he had right here. It's in his hands right now.
100% Trench.
Yeah, J-Dub having a bad series. Ball one. I'm going to have to see a strike from Kenny. Ball two, remember, you're coming up in a big spot. You haven't had any warm-ups. 2-1 count. If I'm Murphy, I got to see one hit the pan. Instead, he goes left side. Good play by Hicks. Goes 3, back to 2, in time for a double play. Tries to go triple play.
Uh-oh.
And that goes over. So it's only going to be, 2 outs. Runner on second. Big double play, though.
I stopped it at 4-2-1 when you caught it, correct.
Huge double play for the Sandvipers.
Can't get it there in less than a second.
J-Dub
Not with the...
needs to get something done. Goes left side. That's going to be a single,
That's a fair ball.
but it's dirty, so it's going to keep Ryan Murphy
Absolutely fair.
to 3. Shane Weber now up to bat. And J-Dub needed that bad.
And the Snappers are putting a little bit of something together here. See if they can make something out of it. You know, for a while, I was calling him Shane Grand Slam Weber. Well, they got 2 on right now, but some talks right now, guys, of a possible challenge.
Whether that was fair or foul. It went
looked
inside
fair
the...
to me because it went inside the pylon. That's why we have those pylons there. And yes, the Sandvipers are throwing the challenge flag.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad time to challenge. You only get 1 per game. It's the top of the 5th. Why wouldn't you use it right here? Watch this instant replay. Let's see if we get a good look.
Looks fair to me in real time.
Yeah, that's a fair ball.
I mean, Cody's right there staring at it.
You know what? Did Dean touch it before it touched past the line? They might want to look at that as well.
Yeah, but it still went past him, so it's
No, I'm saying, but did
very
it
single.
bounce? Oh, gotcha.
Right, and it stayed in.
Yeah, that wouldn't matter.
That doesn't matter. It looks like a dirty single to me.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. It hit the fielder's arm in the field of play.
So it's going to be a base hit. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. This is a big, big setup right now.
Umpires just said what we said, which is it hit the fielder's arm in the field of play.
The Vipers lose their challenge flag. Snappers are all in right now. He holds. Is that going to be a strike or is
Stein, don't worry about people giving you a hard time.
They're calling a ball right there.
I call that the Tom Brady curse.
So that was a ball.
When you are great, you have haters. Just comes with it.
1-1 count.
A lot of little talking going on right now.
Ball number 2. Pop up right back to Kenny. Out number 3. And the Sandvipers are looking primed to take this game number 2 and head into a rubber match. It's amazing how a whole series could shift because right now...
You know what, Andrew? Relax.
Right now, it looks like the Sandvipers have taken all the momentum if this goes into a rubber match, especially 7 innings out of Briner, and they're going to go straight into J-Dub right now.
I was curious if they were going to bring him out or not. I think this is the right play. I still say Trench, and we might be saying it at the end of this game. Things turned around when Murph blew that play.
Got to catch that. So huge. You hate to pinpoint one play, but that was it.
That was the one.
And then the Snappers can't come back and get that inning, a double play, then a pop-up to end that one. But listen, the Snappers are all heart. They fight, they claw, they do what they do, but they cannot give up any more runs as they are only 3 outs left to work with. I'll tell you right now, J-Dub does not like facing Tanik, as Tanik has probably won this matchup more of the times than not.
Sure. Jonathan Wilson has faced the Sandvipers in 19 innings.
Yeah.
Throughout those innings, he had a 3.72 ERA.
It's more than a second for pop home.
Watch out for Tanik going.
But he does have better numbers than Brandon Gregg.
Watch, he might go
Versus the
container side
Vipers.
right here. J-Dub, not the fastest
Gotta
person.
hustle. Oh, and he
Listen,
another
we're going to go to the rubber
another
match.
blown play.
Rubber match coming.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if I'm the Snappers. I can't believe what is happening as Mark Tavano now up. Yeah, I mean, he probably wishes he had it back. Tavano swings and misses at 55. I feel like J-Dub is probably Tavano's wheelhouse pitcher. If he throws one of those sweeping curves, I think Tavano will wait on it and
the
crush it.
wind is picking up again, Trench.
If the Sandvipers win, which it looks like they might, what a great rubber match for the start of the playoffs for PLW. Two count. Here, bottom of the fifth, 525 viewers. When we get to that rubber match, I'm going to bring all of TikTok over. 3-2 count. No outs here. J-Dub's got to be careful. Tavano, max power. Is it going to come fair? Hits the tree. I'm with Chat Police right there. You probably got to favor the Vipers a little bit going into Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there was a money line, it'd probably be like minus 125, 130 for sure.
Mm-hmm. This game isn't over yet.
Not over yet.
But as of right now, the way that it's looking.
I mean, no outs. This should be a double play ball. Can Jesse Capps make a throw? And he does.
And he makes it.
They are fielding 100% on double plays. Other plays, not so much. Big outs for the Snappers as Tom Gannon now up to bat. I am Jake. I agree with you completely. When the Vipers get momentum, they are like a freight train with no conductor.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to plow through whatever is coming as Tom Gannon up to bat now. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. And I think both Briner and Gannon only have 3 innings left. So, man, it is really, really touch and go. Pop-up. Going to be hard for TB7, but he does get there for out number 3, and we are 3 outs away from seeing a rubber match. And the Snappers, if there was no first inning, they'd have no runs. Tell me I'm wrong.
That is true. No, you are right, Trent.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You are right.
Yeah, if there was no first inning, other than the first innings, the Snappers can't do anything. That's troublesome for them, right? 7 in the first game in inning 1, 2 in the second game, inning 1 here, and then donuts.
Donuts.
I
love donuts.
Me too. I do.
Yeah.
My favorite's a plain old fashioned.
Yeah?
Yeah, like dipped into like some tea or something.
Oh, but you're dipping it, though. You're not just eating it dry?
I don't know. Don't eat chips. It's like chips and salsa.
Okay.
You know, you don't eat nachos. And you
I
go
like
for
the
plain
frosted.
chip.
How do you have anything that has frosting or icing on it and not choose that one?
Too sweet. Too sweet for me. You like sweetness?
Go to bed.
I'm not Brad. I'm not Brad. Brad's in bed. Tell Brad to go to bed. Here we go. Manny Santillanes.
Poor Brad.
This is all they're working with right here. Ball number 1. If I'm the Snappers, I just got to hopefully use some wiffle ball god action. Maybe walk out Kenny, go to Tannic. Hope for the best. Jordan Keegan with a great play in left right there for out number 1 as Brandon Gregg up to bat.
And that's it. 2 outs right now separate the Sandvipers from taking it into a Game 3 rubber match.
I mean, were we expecting any less? Of course we knew that there was going to be a rubber match. Good knuckleball by Kenny.
Don't act like you know.
I mean, there's 2 giant teams going after each other. Nobody wants to back down.
And like we said, in 28 games prior to tonight, 14 and 14.
Now 15 and 15.
Right.
But you know what? There's going to be an uneven number by the end of this one.
That is correct, sir.
Someone will be. Oh, what a pitch by Kenny. Somebody's going to have 16 wins.
Trench Pacone, the John Madden
The
of
mathematician. Brandon Gregg's got to be careful. That bat's like on the backside there, almost getting pegged by that pitch. They would love a walk right here. And they're... Oh, hits that outside bar. They're 1 out away from that rubber match.
Steve the Pirate seems like he's on.
There's nothing you can do right there. Ball number 1. Ball number 2. 2-1 count. Snappers down to their last out. Ball number 3. That's going to do it for Kenny's first walk right there. Now, if he does walk another one, now they're going to go into Tannic, I'm sure. And that's going to be a big-time matchup. But let's see what Kenny could do against Ryan Murphy. Got a double his last at-bat.
Well, the Snappers did light up Tannic, though, in the last game.
That might go, and it does.
And
Ryan
that
Murphy,
is a
2-run shot.
bomb by Ryan Murphy. 2-run shot.
It's going to come down to J-Dub. And the Snappers don't want to back out of this one. And the Snappers might have covered the bet right there as well.
They did. You're getting a run and a half if you bet on the Snappers. So right now.
And here's J-Dub. You could see Hicks and Devano saying, listen, this is how you might want to pitch him. A home run here would keep the game alive.
Back to back, question mark.
Ball 1. Ball 2. This is a big pitch out of Kenny. And if Wilson walks, it will be Tannic versus Sheen Weber. Little hot. Ball number 3. And if I'm J-Dub, I got to see a strike right here. And J-Dub calling time.
Calling time.
Collecting his thoughts.
Big spot here.
Huge spot. He knows it. Huge pitch right here. Enormous. That is a money pitch inside pipe. Kenny does not want to walk right here. I'd expect something about 85%. And J-Dub complete. That's a triple, too. A clean single will tie this game. And the Snappers do not want to back down.
They're making it interesting.
This is a huge moment for Shane Weber. Remember, he came back early from a meniscus tear he had surgery on just a few months ago. 55 on the number.
You don't want to see that if you're Shane Weber.
Absolutely not. Goes down 0-2. They're one strike away from going to rubber match land right here. And they're going to go to
Kenny
a rubber
McDowell
match.
sets him down. Unbelievable, Trench.
Wow, the Sandvipers
Unbelievable.
take game number 2, 5-4. The Snappers make a run. An incredible series we got going. I know the fans at home love seeing that. Now all momentum in
the favor of the Sandvipers.
favor
It's
of the
looking like
Sandvipers.
that little flurry, though, by the Snappers in the end. They're going to fight. So
Yeah, the great thing that we're going to see going into game number 3 is you're going to see for sure 3 innings of Gannon, 3 innings of Briner, which means you're going to see Tanix, McDowell's, J-Dubs, Brandon Greggs, all those guys that are behind their aces are going to come out in game number 3, and it's going to who takes advantage of who. We'll have those that next game in 15 seconds. Wow, what a game number 2. It looks like the momentum is all in the Sandvipers' favor as J-Dub is going to take the bump for the Snappers. I'm on the mic right now with Kenny McDowell. He's right there checking out Skycam 1 if you could get to that. Kenny, your team up 5-2. The Snappers come back, kind of scratch and claw on you right there, but you come and you fan Shane Weber with that sick pitch on the outside. What was going through your head as you hopped up on the bump in that final inning?
oh, we can't
So-
hear. Okay.
Oh, was I muted there?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Kenny. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
what were we saying?
I was saying it's a do or die time. So, yeah, I just knew I had to get the job done and throw strikes. I had 1 walk, and I'm pretty much the last guy on the mound to go to get it done right there.
Yeah, good rookie performance right there. You guys are in a rubber match, game number 3. Briner's got 3 left. Gannon's got 3 left. So we're definitely going to see probably you and the Brandon Greggs and the rest of the guys behind those aces. What do you expect out of your Sandviper team going into game number 3?
I think we're going to have an explosive offense, and I'm starting on the mound, and I'm going to keep it rolling here for us, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Game number 3. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
That's Kenny McDowell for the Sandvipers. Everyone threw a sick pitch to Weber to end the game.
And Trench,
J-Lo.
I'm still waiting on finding out whom our pitchers are going to be for this game.
It's going to be McDowell versus
Okay.
J-Dub.
All right, sounds good.
And listen, I'm not going to discredit what Kenny McDowell said about their explosive offense. I think it's going to happen this game. We haven't seen the Vipers explode yet for much of anything. A couple here, a couple there. Haven't seen that 5 or 6 or 7 run inning. I think it's going to happen this game. Will the Snappers respond and score themselves against Kenny McDowell? Remember, if Kenny has a rough first inning, they're probably going to go straight to Tom Gannon to ease
For sure.
any pain or whatever.
I'm thinking, Trench, we are going to have another close game this game.
Listen, they're 15-15 in 30 games.
This
right?
is it.
Or
This
whatever.
is it for both teams. They're
One
going to
team.
leave it all out on the field.
One team's going to advance. One is going to go home, brokenhearted. J-Dub starts the count 0-2. 532 viewers.
If you guys didn't catch that during the Kenny McDowell interview, we had Kyle Lohman on the field with his Kirby Bucket shirt. If
What?
you would like to buy one, they're available in the merch store.
Love it.
Love me some Kirby.
Man, Greg Kelly's having one of the better. It's out. Wow, he almost spiked that one. Great play by Greg Kelly. He's having a wall out there. Listen, other than a couple errors by the Snappers, this series would be over. Here's Adam Tannick up to bat right now. When this dude has momentum, sometimes there's no stopping him. Remember, he hasn't gone yard yet. I'd expect that to happen right here. Brandon Gregg better be on his horse to his right side.
Tony, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada.
This first inning is huge. Who's going to take advantage of who? Oh, man, and Tannick takes a monster cut, and he knows that would have went over his own sign in right center field. Now it's 0-2. I think it's 2-2. 2-2. Oh, way inside. Early full count by J-Dub right here. Advantage Adam Tanek. If he throws a strike right here, it's 1-0 Sandvipers. And he does take a walk. Early walk by Adam Tanek. Now Mark Tavano up to bat. Good piece of work by Tanek right there.
What's the line on this game, guys? Looks like there's some confusion in the chat.
I think it's a pick 'em.
Yeah, it looks even money, guys.
Tavano, left side. Oh my God, that was close from being a single, even closer from getting on the inside of that and going down to the container being a double. Tavano would love to score Tanek, and he's going to go down looking on that one. Good pitch by J-Dub for out number 2. If J-Dub could get out of this inning without giving up any, a little bit of momentum is going to go right back to the Snappers.
Absolutely, Trench.
But Tom Gannon, who's seen J-Dub a million times, remember, they've seen each other 30 times. 15 and 15. Big pitch, but comes in 57.
It's like more points are coming in on the Sandvipers to win this game, Trench.
Yeah. Curveball inside, no good. Ball 3. J-Dub's 1 pitch away from being gone in this game. Instead takes a strike, full count. And now we got action all over the place on this pitch.
Hey, guys in the chat, you know, sometimes the books don't put out what, quote unquote, the right lines, so.
Tom Gannon, left side, Brandon Gregg on the run. He catches that
play
for an out. Humongous play for Brandon Gregg. And the Snappers get out of that one unscathed. And a little bit, if I was to move the odds, to go from Sandvipers minus 125 to maybe like 120 now, 115. And we'll see what the Snappers could do against Kenny McDowell that iced him last batter of the game, but did give up that 2-run shot to Ryan Murphy to really make it close.
Mm-hmm.
What a series we have tonight. As you can see, our new camera able to pick up all sorts of action down in those dugouts.
We got a umpire meeting going on over there?
Is that what's happening?
Not
Chad
sure.
Phillips in his above-the-knee shorts.
Is that a shorts or is that a bathing suit?
Oh, man, I couldn't even imagine that dude in a swimming pool with his shirt off. I mean, it would clear house. Was he hanging out at Cowabunga Bay? And there's Bird. He comes out of nowhere. Bird, look how
Buck banana.
look how mean Cody looks.
Love me some Buck.
What are those?
What is... You never know with Bird.
What? What's he doing?
Bird goes to the beat of his own drum, Trench.
Here we go. Kenny McDowell versus TB7 and the Snappers. It's for all the marbles right here.
Sparent, yes. Chad probably is looking for free pizza or any free snacks or food. We got Dodos in the chat. We got Dobs in the chat.
Dowell throws a screwball right there, misses.
See, the wind is really irritating my allergies.
Is it?
Yeah, my eyes are watering.
1-0 Taylor Briner.
Like, That was so anticlimactic. But nevertheless, a nice home run for Taylor Briner.
1-0 Snappers. And they're super stoked.
Chat Police, are you in the Cocos? What's going on? How many Cocos have you had?
The Snappers really want to do some damage early against Kenny, and then they'll have to make a decision whether they want to bring in Gannon or not. You know, if it gets to 3 or 4-0, they're going to have to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to drop.
Tavano doing a good job staying with it, keeping it away from that wall.
Yeah, great play by Tavano as J-Dub up to bat right now. He hit a triple his last at bat. All the runs the Snappers are scoring in the first inning. Maybe they shouldn't score any in the first inning. 1-1. Bottom of the first. Now 2-1.
How could we possibly have lost viewers going into a rubber match?
Weird. And J-Dub's going to
Gotta
score
hit
the
hard.
second run for the Snappers, as that's going to be a double off of Kenny McDowell, as Shane Weber is now up to bat. And Weber, he struck out to end game number 2. That's going to be weighing on his mind. As I want to thank all 500 viewers hanging out. TikTok, get on over. Remember, we have Wiffle Ball all week. This is playoff Wiffle Ball, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it's just all week, right, J-Lo?
I believe it's Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Monday? I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to
Good
look.
pitch by McDowell. Shane Weber cannot.
You definitely want to
Oh, they
tune in
did
the
score
next
in the
2
sixth.
nights.
That's right.
Tomorrow, Legends Vaders.
Yeah, big one.
And Wednesday's going to be Ones.
Weber having a tough time against Kenny.
Ones versus whoever the winner of this series is.
Here's
This game.
Manny Santillanes. What'd you say?
Tomorrow, Vaders Legends.
Who played-
Wednesday, Ones
Versus the winner of that one?
of this.
Oh, of this. So the Ones are waiting the winner of this
Correct.
game.
Yes.
Manny goes to, should be out number 2 by Hicks. Hits that center pan for out number 2 as Brandon Gregg up to bat. Two runs, not a killer for McDowell as he goes in the turf. Swings at one really low. 1-2. Kenny up in the count. Working the strike zone real well. Getting some people to chase. And does he go right there? And that's going to be a
I think he went,
strikeout
yeah.
for McDowell to end the inning. But the Snappers do strike twice as J-Dub's probably going to go back on the mound and do some work. We should are we going to get that third Gold Glove winner in here at some time?
Yeah, I think we should get that third Gold Glove winner up.
This game is so intense, man.
Guys, our third Gold Glove winner is out on the field tonight. You're looking at him right there, Jesse Caps. Gold
Yeah.
Glove winner, Jesse Caps.
Jesse Caps, he wears those weird pants for a while during the season. Then I had to have a conversation with some of the executives of the league as it was being it was like he couldn't concentrate when he was out there wearing those little Candyland pants or whatever he was doing.
So interestingly, Jesse is a tennis player, and if you watch his movement, you can see it, and some of
Yeah.
that translates through.
Here's Kenny McDowell. So he can help out his own cause, going over versus J-Dub right here, who throws that nasty slurve. Oh, and Kenny pokes at that one for an opening second inning base hit as Jordan Keegan now up to bat. And this dude's got some power coming from the left side. And Jordan's the kind of guy that he'll wait on the ball. If I'm TB7 playing shortstop right there, I got to be ready to get on the move.
Chapley's, actually, no, it's not really that chippy, which I'm surprised. But it's still early in the game, so we'll see.
Long fly ball. Brandon Gregg. Oof.
And
Good
picked
communication
up
out there.
by David Harley Jr.
Kind of just picked that away for out number 1 as Justin Hicks up to bat, runner on, 1 out here in the top of the second. Hicks, J-Dub puts the afterburners on, but couldn't quite get there. O2 count. When I see Hicks swing and his stance and how he covers so much ground, it's like amazing he ever gets out. He just hits the ball a lot. Foul tip inside. Count remains 0-2. That's me a foul tip once again. Little runner. They're going to try to turn 2. Jesse Caps with a throw.
Wide.
It's going to be wide, though. Their first double play miss. I think it was over 5 seconds as well. Here's Adam Tanek, who's been maybe not hitting the ball so great, but he's been walking a lot, and that's great.
Yes,
and
he has.
loves facing J-Dub. And that gets the tink right there. 0-2. Good pitch. Let's see what J-Dub drums up right here. And he gets him on a swing and a miss.
J-Dubs
53.
is fired up after that one.
Listen, you got to be fired up when you
need
get
the
past
energy.
when you get past Hicks and Tanek. It's a big deal, and now the Snappers could go back in, see if they could work Kenny for a minute. Like I said, they probably want to, obviously, they want to score off everybody, but if they're going to try to use Kenny or whoever for 3 innings and then bring in Tom. So if you're the Snappers, you definitely want to have like a 5, 6, 7, whatever lead
You want
you
some
can.
type of cushion, for sure.
And then on the other side, they're going to use Wilson or Brandon Gregg or whoever they can to get like 3 or 4 innings out, and then bring TB7 in to try to get to go the rest of the way. But man,
I
what
think
a
if they
great
need
game!
him, they could also use Shane Weber.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he's got some pitching in him, so we shall see.
What a great game we got. Game number 3. Listen, if you're on TikTok, don't forget this. We have Wiffle Ball all week. It is playoff action. Make sure you come on over to Twitch where you're going to see 5 or 6 different camera angles. You can see all the plays we talk about in instant replays, zoom-ins. We just got a new camera. Hang out with me and J-Lo in the booth. There's a dungeon cam. There's cams all over the place. You can bet Wiffle Ball points, redeem merchandise, hoodies, jerseys,
Absolutely.
James Stein old shoe. And there's that dungeon cam. Look at Buck
Oh,
Burner.
look at this.
And he's wearing a Legends
Sean
hat, old
Merciel,
bucko.
Buck Burner,
Love
Logan
seeing that.
Christie. What a trio.
Last time TB7 was against Kenny, it was a solo shot in a jiffy.
That's a handsome dungeon down there.
Yeah, they're all looking great. Don't let Hayden hear that. Or Buck's wife.
Why?
Or Logan's cat.
What about the dog?
I don't know what. Is it just 2-1 now or is it 3-1?
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 count. And that's going to be ball 4. And Kenny's done, I believe. And they're probably going to have to go to Adam Tanek now and save Tom Gannon.
Dodos, I think you're right. He's got that look about him.
This is a big spot for Adam Tanek on the mound right now. Game number 3. This is what he lives for. He lives for these moments. A great player.
What do you live for, Trench? Pink Box Donuts?
I mean, don't get me started on Pink Box Donuts. Because every time I wake up in the morning, there is nothing I'd rather do than roll over into a warm box of Pink Box Donuts. And I just smush my face all in that warm box. It's a beautiful thing. But I love the old-fashioned. I know you like glittery stuff and things that are, dunked in frosting or whatnot, but I'm the old-fashioned guy.
I like frosting. When I was a kid, I used to eat it out of the jar.
Yeah. Is there ever a time you're at home with Kyle Lohman and he's just right there and he just puts his head in a pink box?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. And I noticed that when he has a bunch of that, he plays better.
Sure.
Here we go. Back in the action. We're going to have Ryan Murphy.
The lady doesn't kiss and tell, Trench. I'll let you fill in the blanks.
Yeah. Kyle seems more like a chocolate on chocolate type of guy. Here we go. I feel like this is advantage Adam Tanek. Ryan Murphy has not seen Tanek that much. Goes up top. Ball number 1. Right back to Tanek. This should be an easy double play ball. Hicks with the throw. And that's the way you start. That's how you want to start off your pitching experience in game number 3 with a double play ball. 500 viewers logging in tonight. Don't forget. And there is Justin Hicks, the Golden Glove winner, spring 2022.
There he is, showing his skills, making double plays.
Now, if Tanek could get out of this inning without any damage, I feel like the momentum goes a little bit back to the Sandvipers. This is wide. And Tanek is dogging J-Dub right now.
Who's Legends 20, PLW?
And J-Dub. And Tanek puts a donut up by himself as we're going to go into the top of the 3rd. This game is cruising right along. And momentum shifting back to the Sandvipers side as J-Dub looks like he's going to once again go back out there on the mound. Let's see if the Sandvipers could rally and get some runs across. Yeah, cleansing breath. We're in the playoffs. Man, it is very intense out here.
Very intense.
Hope it's as intense for you guys at home with the production value that we give you guys. We try to make sure that you guys watch the best WIFFLE production in the league. All volunteer-based. Chad's heading up the umpires. We got Cody Runnels and Kyle Lohman over there on the first base side. Lohman working the iPad. Runnels first base. You got Chad Phillips working the timer over here by us.
We got James Perez.
Yeah, James Perez.
Skycam.
And Maximus Fernandez over there, third base side. He's walking around. There's like 12 of us, 12 or 13 of us doing what we do. Don't forget the GKs, the Tom Gannons. They come here early, set everything up. We just walk in as commentators, and our whole setup's good as Mark Tavano comes into the box. Ooh, kind of a sneaky knuckleball by J-Dub right there. And Mark way out ahead of that one. One-two count. Now 2-2. If I'm J-Dub, I got to get this first out. Shot right to Brandon Gregg, and he makes
the
play, man. He got a late jump on that, and it kind of died. An unbelievable play by Brandon Gregg. Watch this. Wow. You know what? Good thing we have instant replay. Too bad for TikTok, as they don't have instant replay. But if they came over to twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle, they'd see what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, Tom Gannon with a humongous cut.
If you're not, you're really missing out.
Yeah, give it up to J-Lo right now as she's recovering. What do you have, gingivitis?
No, Trench.
Well, anyhow, you're doing well. You're recovering.
Yes,
You're hydrated.
I'm recovering.
Now 2-2. J-Dub working really fast tonight, I noticed. Oh, man. Now 3-2. Does he have a walk already? Or no? I don't think he does he?
I think he has one.
Yeah, one walk already.
Yep.
3-2.
Because Tannic. You can't get past Tannic.
Yeah, he's a hard dude to get past.
Yeah.
Another 3-2 pitch. This be a big out. Again, and ropes one barely foul. Again, if you're on TikTok, you don't even get to see that because of the camera. But we have a bunch of cameras that have all different angles here. You get to see everything as J-Dub winds up 3-2. And Tom's going to take a walk, and J-Dub's done.
That's it.
And you're probably going to see Brandon Gregg right here go against Kenny McDowell with one out. And Kenny's the kind of guy that, you know, he'll poke one out there.
Hito says, Trent, you can't say something that if you can't spell it.
What?
Probably gingivitis. Can you spell that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then?
Gin, G-I-N. J-A. Vitus, V-Y-T-U-S.
Okay.
Gingivitis.
Okay, Trench.
All right, well, I mean, when people are like, spell it how it sounds.
You're pretty.
Chris Turtle, first-time watcher, PLW Nation, welcome him in. Look at Tom Gannon over there
thank
on
you,
first
Glider.
base.
No, yes, I do take care of my teeth. It's some kind of flu.
Yeah, see? Even the tank, he knows how to spell it. Right there, gingivitis. I've never had a cavity.
Never?
Never.
Really?
Never. Floss every day.
Okay. When I was a kid, I had some.
That's not your fault. You know what I've been doing?
I loved candy.
I do oil pulling for 2 weeks, like every few months.
Oh, okay. You're such a hipster, Trench.
I want to keep all my teeth.
Okay.
I love eating nachos. Can you imagine gumming that? No. Here's Kenny McDowell. McFupa saying Twitch over TikTok. Of course. We know what we're doing.
I am Jake, yeah. I did say the other day, I'm like, can I just have a sip of bleach and I'll be okay? No.
2-1. Brandon Gregg, who pitched really well in game number 1.
And there's Hito
I
gifting a sub.
believe. 2-1. This is such a big pitch right here. Goes down 3-1.
Brennan really needs to come to him here.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I feel like he's more of a pull hitter right here, especially on cookie pitches. But he goes oppo. Ryan Murphy over there for out number 1. I was a little worried that Harley
Should be out number 2.
was out number 2. Out number 2. Harley might be a little too right. But now AJ Petrovsky, who quietly is keeping the Sandvipers in this series with 2 outs here, top of the 3rd, 1 runner on. The Sandvipers down by 2. Brandon Gregg, who is nasty, goes up in the count 0-2. If I'm Brandon Gregg right here, I'm throwing a nasty screw piece. And he does. Dead nuts screwball. And Brandon Gregg
he
saying
gives the no,
good
no,
night
no.
to AJ Petrovsky. And a good inning by Brandon Gregg as the Snappers, who are up 2-0, are going to go. Oh, so now the Snappers are the home team.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So bottom of 3rd, Snappers up 2-0. And here's Adam Tanek, who got out of that inning double play, then I believe a pop-up or a ground or something like that. The Snappers know that last time they faced him, they kind of got to him, but Adam Tanek's not the type of guy that's going to let that happen twice. He could get locked in. He's been really working that sidearm release well. And then he has that 12-6 pitch, but when he gets behind a little bit, he might throw that little cookie piece. But don't expect it this time, as he knows Tom Gannon's behind him and has all 3 of their innings. It's going to be very fun to watch what happens here in the 4th, 5th,
Listen,
6th.
everybody, get fired up. We are in Game 3, rubber match.
Let's go.
This is it for both of these teams for this season. They got to leave it all out there on the field.
There it is. Our camera is a little higher than I like it to be.
You do you, Trench.
Good pitch by Tanek right there. Going to go down 0-2. Foul tip by Weber. I'd expect a side piece right here, probably coming in high and tight and hot. And it does exactly that. 58, high and tight. Swing and a miss. Shane Weber, 4 out, number 1. That's Manny Santillanes, which I feel, again, Adam Tanek has faced a bunch, kind of knows the tendencies of Manny. I wouldn't be surprised to see a strikeout right here as well.
Well, yeah. You're a genius, Trench. I was going to say, there's another side to that, too.
There it is.
And he
Easy
gets
work for Tanek. I've just seen Tanek work so much, and I know Manny's tendencies. That was an easy out for Tanek as Brandon Gregg comes up. And right now the momentum shifting back to the Sandvipers as they know they have Tom Gannon in their repertoire. As Brandon Gregg's going to go to Tefano. Should be an easy play. And he makes it for a quick inning by Adam Tanek. And the Sandvipers the Snappers have to be mad at themselves if they make a quick inning, no hard shots.
Absolutely.
As Brandon Gregg.
Don't forget, Trench, they still are up 2 runs in this game. So.
For sure. Brandon Gregg on the bump. He's got 2 runs up on the Sandvipers.
They just have to, I started this series tonight talking about the mental game.
Yeah.
These teams are so closely matched on both sides of the field. It's going to come down to the mental game. You got to dig deep. This is it.
Yeah. I think what you're going to see on the other side is next inning, you're probably going to see Tom Gannon come out for the 5th inning of work. They want to utilize their workhorse, their ace. You have to go Tom Gannon right there, and that should be an easy decision for Adam Tanek, even though he's thrown 2 scoreless innings and has made it very quick. As a manager, you got to go with your ace, I'm sure.
Right.
And same thing with the Snappers. Honestly, they could probably keep Brandon Gregg in there if he's dicing them up and no runs scored still. But it's very hard to keep the Snappers down to a donut.
Hey, guys, if you missed it, we did start to make announcements of some of our season winners for player awards. And tonight we announced 3 out of the 6 gold gloves that are going to be awarded for the spring season. They were Jesse Capps, Justin Hicks,
who's up,
and Tom Gannon.
Yeah, man.
Our own.
Easy play for Jesse Capps. He goes right after Hicks.
Oh, boy.
Remember, Capps had a ball go through his legs.
Yes, he did.
Last time. As now Adam Tanek up to bat. And there's Capps making the good play. He has money from short. Tanek, quiet on the night, hitting, but definitely people scared to throw him pitches. And that's why. 2-1.
Just like that. And a bomb from Tanek.
Yeah, you can't give him anything high up like that he could just wait on. 2-1 after a Tanek bomb. That's what he does. Closes that gap as Mark Tavano with 1 out. As the Sandvipers start to come alive just a tiny bit.
Yeah. Bringing up Mark Tavano.
Tavano to the right side. Foul. Goes down 0-2. This one coming down to the wire. And that's going to be 2-2.
That is Oppo Boppo, back to back.
Yep, ties up the game real quick. And they'll probably still roll with Brandon Gregg right here. Back-to-back shots for the Sandvipers, and Mark Devano, the rookie, doing work in the playoffs. The Sandvipers just have big bats, man. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Tom Gannon kind of go osmosis with this home run train and come up with a clutch hit himself right here. Renejo, absolutely. What a game we got going on. I mean, this is exactly what we were expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Gannon, right back to Brandon Gregg. Easy play for out number 2 as A.J. Petrovsky is going to grab a bat. And we didn't expect anything less. We knew it was going to be tied or real close going into these 4th, 5th, and 6th innings.
We actually have, it's Kenny McDowell's up, Trench.
Oh, TB7 only has, I'm sorry, Kenny McDowell, but TB7 only has 2 innings left. Good pitch by Gregg, but it comes in at 57.
Right, because he pitched all of game 1, and then he came in on game 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Good pitch down on the turf. Gets McDowell swinging. 1-2. Now 2-2. The next inning, like I said, you're probably going to see Tom Gannon come in.
Mm-hmm.
And then very difficult to score off him. That's going to be a dreaded dribbler. Doesn't get far
Doesn't
enough.
quite make it.
And that's going to be
And
it
gets
for
him.
Kenny. Good pitch by Brandon, but the damage done off back-to-back home runs from Tanek and Tavano. As we go into the bottom of the 4th, all knotted up.
Getting exciting, Trench.
2, yeah. Love this. This is exactly Premier League Wiffle, what we're all about. 5 of the best teams are in the playoff. These are 2 of them. And Tanek's going to take the bump one more time as he's been pitching really well. If I'm the Snappers, I have to score right here.
Definitely. You got to put something together with these bats.
It's anybody's game right now, like I said.
Right.
It's either going to be...
And as I said before, you got to go down fighting. So if that means you got to get a little aggressive, so be it.
Yeah. And here we go. It's going to start off, I believe, with Taylor Briner versus Adam Tanek.
Yes, Briner's up. Briner, Murph, Wilson.
Yeah, Briner, the 3-time MVP. Every season that we've played, this guy up to bat has won it. Can't win it this season, as he didn't put up the numbers, as he did have a broken hand for about 30% of the season. Still put up incredible numbers, and he's back in a big way. He's probably about 95, 100% right now.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Wow, and that touch, Tink. 51. Goes down 0-2. Tanek stoked about that. Right side, easy play for Tavano. Makes the throw. And that's how you want to come into that inning. As Ryan Murphy up to bat right
We
now.
got a new poll up, you guys. It's going to be PLW Nation. Who you got in the final innings? Vipers or Snappers?
Yeah, right now, probably a little bit more Viper momentum. Zimbabwe for sure. Hell of an opening playoff series.
Big time.
Going immediately into a rubber match. Oh, no. Got to get that. That should be out number 2, but instead of 1 out, and now
Okay, Trench.
here we go.
Could we possibly have an awakening?
Not really. Still
All
a
right.
difficult play. Not quite a wiffle ball god moment,
Okay.
but they're like in and out of snoring. You know,
Okay.
like they're snorting.
They were nudged
Yeah.
a little. but they went.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
went back
They
to
did the
sleep.
old snort.
Okay.
58 from the sidearm. 0-2, and this is an advantage Tanik, big time, as he might treat J-Dub like he did Manny Santillanes right here with a huge 12-6. There we go, side piece. 52 and low. Oh, man, J-Dub doesn't swing right there. 2-2 count. Now 3-2.
I got to tell you, Trench, I really, this is not to slight Tanik at all, but I just don't think that he has the stuff that either A, that he used to, or B, that some of the other guys in this, the better elite guys in this league have pitching.
Tom Gannon with an incredible play right there.
But he's intimidating. And for
Yeah.
whatever reason, you're, it's a mental thing, you know?
Dude's like 6'4". He changes up his speeds real well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a pitcher in like overseas, so he knows what's going on. Left side. Weber down on the count. 1-2.
Yeah, people are asking, does Gannon have any more innings? I think they
Yeah.
both have 2.
Gannon has 3.
He does have 3? Okay.
Taylor has 2.
Taylor
2-2.
has 2.
Misses there. 3-2.
Bearing 007 is saying his old lady is asleep and mad about quote unquote
Oh, no.
immovable.
She wanted a little bit of loving. Instead, he can't get out of there. And Tanik throws a donut right there as Hicks makes that play. As we're going into the top of the 5th inning. This is amazing. 2 of the best teams that have ever taken the field here at Hideaway Field, going after each other, toe-to-toe, mano-to-mano,
Just
man-to-man.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Good stuff.
Thank you to all the viewers tuning in. We
Yeah.
appreciate each and every one of you.
Love it.
Thank you for all that you've done for us all season, tuning in, spending your nights and hours and weeks. We can't say enough for all the support that you've given us. We really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
I agree with everything you said right there. And PLW is more than wiffle. We've saved marriages. We've saved relationships. We've taken boredom into entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We've had interaction with the fans. One guy got a Warbirds tattoo on his shin. People have jerseys all over the world. Just an incredible product we got going on here. And of course, we have the lovely Jennifer Lohman, and it's always a pleasure to have you
Thanks,
in the
Trench.
booth. We've worked well together over the years, and just for you to be in the playoff scenario commentating with me is very special. Everyone give it up to J-Lo.
Oh, thank you, Trench.
You got it. As AJ Petrovsky, who we've said kind of carrying the Sandvipers with his elusiveness in the out department. A lot of people like the Snappers
Ooh,
here.
They're voting for the Snappers. All right. Hi, Caro. I'm sending
that?
you a virtual hug.
Here's Caro, PLW hottie Caro in the chat. I said a couple nice things about you, and she comes in right away. You think maybe
I
she's a little
know.
jealous?
No.
As TB7 takes care of AJ Petrovsky, as you're going to see Justin Hicks come up to bat. And Carol loves your top.
Oh, thank you.
And I totally agree with her. We don't agree on much, but let me tell you, the top in person is to the nines. 1-1. You could see TB7 kind of working away from Hicks right there.
Yeah, a jock supporter. I agree with you. Who's going to have the late magic? That's what it's going to come down to.
Oh, this would be a big walk by Briner right here. Now, if I'm Hicks, I'm probably green light. And Leo wants a bobblehead of you.
Hito just gifted a sub to Caro.
Oh, my God. Brandon Gregg got fooled, went left, then right for out number 2. And Hicks is just smoking the ball tonight. But no love as Adam Tanek up to bat right now. He hit a home run. His last at-bat. Taylor Briner knows this. This is a humongous matchup. Exactly what you want as Sasai. Watching from left center right there. Tanek peels away from that one. 555 viewers.
I know, I love that. I was thinking of Alex, with the numbers.
Yeah.
She just posted that the other day with the 5s.
See TB7 staying away from Tanek right there. 2 outs. 2-1 count. Now 3-1. You don't want to walk Tanek, but a walk wouldn't be the worst. But then you have Tavano up, who's basically the devastator. And that's going to be a double,
Nobody
most likely.
Is there.
Great play by Brandon Gregg to stop Tanek from going into scoring position.
That's a big play.
Mac Tavano with his
Mac
child watching all his children, all my children. Here it is. 2 outs. TB7 versus the rookie.
Oof.
Easy strike for him right there.
Did you see that movement on that pitch?
Yeah, he's got a screw loose. See what happens here. Right. Oh, Brandon Gregg. Easy play. Jesse Capps runs over, and the inning is over. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tom Gannon right here. But no, it looks like they might stick with Adam Tanek.
Okay. If it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. Some discussions.
And it looks like Gannon. No, it's going to be Adam Tanek. He's grabbing some wiffle balls.
Grabbing some,
but is he going to give them to Tom Gannon? No, he's in a prime situation. He says, this is my team. This is the Sandvipers. I made the Sandvipers, the inception of the Sandvipers and the league. No. I'm going after them. He knows if he gets in trouble early, he can go right back to Tom Gannon. He's been pitching well, though. This is coming down to the wire. The Sandvipers possibly with only 3 outs left if the Snappers do score. An intense, tense matchup.
We got a Dr. Cowboy with a little,
haven't seen
little
Cowboy.
Poem here.
What is it? What is it?
From the desert sands they rise, like kings under the skies. Sidewinders of locomotion. You know they'll cause a commotion. Venomous, but not fatal. They're actually kind of playful. Let's shout it out because there ain't no doubt the Sandvipers bring it to the table.
Wow, Dr. Cowboy spent all year figuring out what lyrics he wanted for that little poem as David Harley Jr. Pitch hitting for Manny. And listen, Harley is do or die type of dude. It's either over the fence or possibly a strikeout. Let's see what happens here. Runner. Should be an easy play for Michael Dean. Comes up, makes a throw, out number 1.
Those dribblers are very unfortunate.
Brandon Gregg says he has a new bat this time. I kind of like what they're doing here. They're saving Tom Gannon just in case they go to extra innings as Tanek throws a nice pitch right there, 0-2.
We got some 1s in the chat now.
Yeah, AK Schmitty.
Schmitty Shimmy.
The shoulder shitty Schmitty.
I love it.
Shitty Schmitty, shoulder shimmy.
I'm a fan of the Schmitty. The Schmitty Shimmy.
If you say that real quick, you can get a bad word in there, and then nobody even notices. The shitty shimmy, shoulder shimmy. Brandon Gregg.
Oh, it did. You're right. Foul ball. That's what happened. Yeah. I thought it hit the top for a minute, but it hit the back. You're right. Yeah.
Getting shimmy with it.
It was weird probably. Yeah.
Na 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 na.
Getting shimmy with it.
Na 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 na.
3-2 count to Brandon Gregg here. And that's going to be ball 4. And Tanik did not want to do that. It's going to bring up Taylor Briner now. 1 out, 1 runner on. And this is it right here. Who's going to win this matchup? It's been Tanik all night on the mound. Briner quiet. Remember, no runs scored. Not very many runs scored for the Snappers. Takes a pitch inside right there. Goes down in the count 0-2. Snappers would love to get a run right here and put all the pressure on the Sandvipers. A lot of people rooting right now for TB7. As Tanik goes outside and wide, 1-2.
Any kind of life here, Trench is going to be huge, even if it's just a base.
Oh, yeah. You just want to keep that train moving. Tanik in the windup. Misses outside again, 2-2. And now this is going to be a money pitch. But if I'm Tanik, I'm risking the walk of TB7 rather than throwing something in the strike zone. Misses right there, now 3-2. Full count. And I don't know if he's going to pitch to him right here, J-Lo. I think it's going to be kind of a half. You can't do that.
And that is smoked.
He even let out.
That ball was smoked off that bat.
Yeah, and you can't throw a cookie right there as the 3-time reigning MVP Taylor Briner just corked that one to give the Snappers a 2-run lead. 4-2.
And as you guys can hear, the roar of the Snapper team right now.
Listen, the Snappers know that this game is not even close to over. But Ryan Murphy up to bat. I don't expect Tanik to give up any more runs. Man, he unloaded on that one. Holy cow.
Hey, stay high for me now, brother. Come on.
Inside, ball number 1. Runner, left side.
Sansone, we are not sure. You know, Trench really thought that was going to be the play, but didn't go that way.
Yep, we'll see what happens. 1-2 count. Outside, goes to 2-2 now. This is a big pitch. Now 3-2.
Cammy, no, I think it's like 100 and something by now because he's already had a couple home runs this series.
Like I said, stays with it. You're probably going to see a similar pitch by Tanik. Probably a little bit more outside. He knows Ryan Murphy pulls it. Instead, he gets him on a 42-mile-an-hour floater, and Murphy's got to do a better job at trying to make contact right here. Good pitch by Tanik.
It's going to be 2 outs.
As J-Dub now.
J-Dub.
Big at bat for J-Dub. Snappers up 4-2. Comes in hot 58. Oh, man, 49. J-Dub takes a look. And I like what you were saying. You got to go down swinging. You can't just watch the 49-mile-an-hour ball come in. But, again, he's very deceptive as he pitches.
Sure.
And that might drop. No, Hicks, the Gold Glove winner. And the Snappers.
And those slow pitches, they're tough.
The Sandvipers need 2 runs to stay alive here against Taylor Briner here in the top of the 6th. And I got to tell you, J-Lo, this one ain't over. There's going to be some drama. I wouldn't be surprised if the Vipers tie or take the lead in this one.
Taylor still has this inning available, so he's coming in.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work out for him, they still have Brandon Gregg, Shane Weber. Did J-Dub already pitch and walk out?
Yes.
Is that what happened with him?
Yep.
This is a great, great ending.
Or I believe he did.
To game number 3. Let's see if the Sandvipers could do anything, as it's going to go A.J. Petrovsky, I believe, and then it's going to turn over
I got Gannon, McDowell.
Oh, you got Gannon, McDowell.
AJ.
And Gannon is the type of guy, he could shoot him out there. And you could hear Manny Santillanes and J-Dub say, dig deep right now. Let's see what happens. Taylor Briner, 3-time reigning MVP.
I'm
Tom
on
Gannon.
pins and needles right now, Trench.
Golden Glove winner. First pitch coming, top 6. Outside, ball number 1. 565 viewers in on this one. Ball number 2. Ball number 3, and that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Gannon goes after it right there. To the oh, what a play by GK.
Can Briner get it?
And he does. Greg Kelly.
What a play. Craig Kelly just lays himself out.
Man, he's having the game of a series.
You can hang a star on that one.
He's having a series of a lifetime right now. This dude on defense is saving the Snappers. Incredible, incredible stuff coming out of Greg Kelly as Kenny McDowell up to bat right now. TB7 gets a strike right there. It was a huge out for the Snappers.
Enormous.
And they are 1 out
And
away.
Just like that, he sits down McDowell.
Here's AJ Petrovsky. And man, they would love to roll this lineup over back to Hicks. 2 outs.
Evan Briner does not have a walk. No.
Briner does not have a walk. You want to get this ball in play. See if you can roll it over to GK or Caps. It's going to be 1-2 count right now. If I'm Taylor Briner, I'm going high and heat around 58. AJ likes to swing. The crowd goes silent. And that's it.
And the Snappers take down the Sandvipers.
The Sandvipers have lost to the Snappers, and Taylor Briner focused
Unbelievable.
all playoff long. Let me tell you, for me, Greg Kelly is the savior of this team. His defense for the Snappers has really solidified these games, and that's got to be a devastating loss for the Sandvipers.
Unbelievable, Trench.
They go down in the rubber match. The Snappers are going to try to continue on to a 4th finals appearance. Let's get a poll up for your player of the series. Man, an incredible thing. What
an amazing series.
A lot of talk's going to come about Adam Tanek staying in the game.
Yes, there already has been some chatter.
As you know, he gets roughed up when he goes down in the count, and that's exactly what happened. TB7 rocket launcher to give them the lead. I think they stayed with Tanek a little too long.
We knew coming into the night that the difference maker for the Snapper squad was going to be
there he is.
Taylor Briner.
Yeah, Taylor Briner, your boy.
There's something special about this guy.
You have a jersey with his head cut out above your bed.
Yes, I do.
That's an amazing story in itself. As the Snappers will advance and play the Ones on Wednesday night, I believe.
Let's drop down that poll for us, please. So we got a current poll of who's in the booth.
And that
come on,
is going to sting. You can see the Sandvipers, no smiles at all coming out of that dugout. That is a tough one to swallow in front of 575 viewers, in front of 27,000 followers. They're the first loss in Premier League Wiffle Series 1 in the playoffs, and it was a big one, and the Snappers are going to advance.
Trench, I'm going to get Taylor Briner up here.
Yeah, done deal.
Right, I'll be right back.
Good campaign by the Sandvipers. A lot of people believe that they haven't won a series ever since the Trench trade. They really needed that one.
All right, so we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight, guys. We are going to have our guest of the night be down on the sidelines.
Taylor Briner, first off, I want to congratulate you on a win versus the Sandvipers. They are a very tough team offensively. They could really put it to you. Game number 3, rubber match. How did it feel going into that game after a loss in game number 2?
The loss really felt like it was due to our defense and just lack of timely hitting. So I felt hungry coming into that one. I wanted to show that we are here to hit. We're here to win.
Game number 3, there's been a lot of chatter about maybe Tanek staying in the game too long. I'm sure in your dugout you've talked about if you could be up in the count against Adam Tanek. And he gets wiffle balls dumped all over him about him staying in the game maybe a little bit too long. It looks like you took advantage of that, TB.
Yeah, I've seen Tanek a lot over the years. Honestly, I wasn't surprised by it. Tanek had our number for a number of innings there, so I don't think it was the wrong decision. I think eventually at 55 and under, in most situations, eventually someone's going to run into one. I got lucky that was me today.
Yeah, great job, Jay.
I have one question for Taylor.
Yeah.
At what point in game 1 did you realize that you were throwing a no-hitter, and how did that feel?
It was actually pretty late into it. I think it was coming out of the 5th inning. I was looking back and I was like, I don't think I've given up a hit yet, and I knew about the walk. But it was late in the 5th inning, I think,
Okay.
and I was pretty excited about it. I knew we were up by a lot. I just wanted to help my team out there. Just way more pumped to win than to throw a no-hitter.
Absolutely.
Game number 3, you guys are up 2-0, and Brandon Gray gives up back-to-back Tanek and Tavano. What was the feel like in the dugout after that inning? Did you feel like you still had this game in your hands, or was there a little bit of a momentum shift?
Honestly, I didn't really feel like there was a momentum shift. When they kept the score tied, I knew that we were going to win. There was never a point where I felt like we were going to lose game 2. Brandon, he's nasty. He made a couple mistake pitches, and good hitters punish those. But other than that, he was just exactly what we needed him to be today. So I wasn't too worried. I knew we needed to score, but I was confident, especially with the way our defense was playing.
Well, congratulations.
One last question, Trent.
Yeah.
How do you feel going into Wednesday with your matchup against the Ones?
I feel good. Honestly, the Ones are a very good team, but I feel like we're better.
Okay.
What else is he going to say?
As you heard it here from Taylor Briner.
Well, when you dethrone so we're not going to have back-to-back champions this year. The Vipers last year won the championship. You're vying for your 4th consecutive championship run, Taylor. You guys are the biggest dynasty in PLW. What's that feel like?
You know, it feels good. And I mean, we look around, we see a lot of the same guys from the very beginning. And it's just been so fun to just build this team up with them and watch all of us develop and grow together to be the team that we are now. It's been so fun. I'm just so glad to be out here.
Well, congratulations,
Congratulations.
Taylor Briner, TB7. Go
There he is,
celebrate
everybody.
Thank
with
you.
your team.
I got one more thing for you guys.
What?
One of those home runs I hit, Walker caught it and gave it back to me. So I figured we'd give it to one of the fans.
I
That is
love it.
amazing.
Throwing it
Look at
up to you
that.
guys
There it is.
there.
All right, we'll have him sign
Taylor
it, and we'll get it
Briner,
sent
home
out.
run.
Thanks, guys.
There's your man, 3-time MVP of this league, Taylor Briner. And I want to talk a little bit about Greg Kelly. How could we not? That dude was an absolute monster on the field. I know they wanted to talk to TB7 right there, but he made some plays for the Snappers. And it's not just because he's our stream team guy, he's our executive producer, whatnot.
He put his body on the line tonight.
Man,
he was laying out all over the place.
He played to perfection. I have to give him a nod out as TB7 signs that one. Tomorrow night, my team, the Legends, are going to be taking on the Vaders. The last time we played the Vaders, they got our number. We've played 2 good series against them. A lot of fans have said that it's one of the better matchups. Expect a lot of runs, I believe, tomorrow night. What do you think?
We got some exciting games coming up, Trench. Guys, if you're tuned in now, tune in all week because we got a lot to offer.
What are we doing? Legends, Vaders
Legends,
tomorrow?
Vaders, 1 Snappers.
1 Snappers on Wednesday.
And then I have to look to see what the rest of the week looks like.
Wow.
Just those 2 days should be enough for you to get your fill.
Incredible first series. What do we got, J-Lo?
I think the fan favorite of this season is going to be the Legends. So
You're feeling
we
it,
shall
huh?
see what you guys put on the field tomorrow.
I don't know, man. Billy, Santi, Juan,
I know.
Tanner, Roundy,
I know.
Ibarra,
Trust
Eder.
me.
They're
They
nasty.
are stacked.
But the Legends have a really good team, and they're nasty as well, as we're going to get J-Rock back in the lineup as well. I'm Trench Bacone, hanging out with my main girl, Jennifer
J-Lo.
Lohman. Tomorrow night, same time, same place, Hideaway Field, Legends versus Vaders. See you then.
Good night.